All right. Looks like just looks like we're live now. Welcome back, everyone, to day 143 of Vibe Coding an App Until I Make $1 million. This is going to be a little bit of a different start to the stream than we normally have. Because I'm about to kind of just make an important announcement to everyone. I haven't been feeling very well the past couple days, but I'm back now and I feel great. So thanks for showing up and supporting me even through when I wasn't feeling well. But a couple things I want to talk about today, because I kind of just been taking a little bit of time to reflect and really think about where I want to go with BridgeMind. And I have a couple things I want to talk about. I can see the chat, so I do, like, if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm going to be watching the chat. But I do have a couple things I want to cover. And first of all, one thing I want to say just at the start of the stream, you guys need to know this. This is all working. BridgeMind is working, and the mission is on the right track. I think that what I want to help you guys kind of see is that we've made a ton of progress over the past 142 days, now 143, and it's incredible, this journey and how far we've come. But there are a couple things I want to talk about. You guys can see the goals behind me. $10,000 a month in MRR. And what I want to show you guys is a post that I made on X today. So like this, we've been doing this for 143 days. And we've started to see a lot of traction, and BridgeMind is really becoming a hub of the vibe coding movement. And like what I want to kind of talk to you guys about is I want to really start focusing in and doing a lot more on stream of building and like problem solving and stuff. Like look at what we're seeing. So I have 22,000 followers on X now. I have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've got followers on Twitch. BridgeMind has really, I've got 6,500 people in the Discord community. Like BridgeMind has really gotten big. And in a lot of ways, like the marketing strategy that I've used for BridgeMind, which is building in public, has really worked out well. And I think that one thing that I always ask myself is it's like, okay, well, I got to this point. Where are we headed next? And that's the question that I always ask myself. And I actually have some new goals up on the board today that you guys can see behind me. And here are my goals. I want to reach $10,000 a month in MRR. I want to get 100,000 subscribers. I want to reach 10,000 members in the Discord community. I want to reach 30,000 followers on X. And I want to reach 2,500 followers on Twitch. And I want to do this in the next 90 days. And in order to do that, I think I need to take a little bit of a step back and just talk to you guys about the strategy that needs to be implemented to actually get there, which is going to be a clipping strategy. So things are working well with BridgeMind, and I've seen just a ton of signups over the last 3 weeks. In the 3 weeks since we launched BridgeMind, here's what I'm seeing, okay? We're at $1,460 in MRR, $17,000 in ARR, and that's just BridgeMind. Like there are other revenue drivers other than just BridgeMind.ai. And here's what we're looking at. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, this is working. And I think that over the next 90 days, as we grow the channel and we grow the platform and we grow the community, this is going to be a massive marketing funnel for the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools. And I really do believe now more than ever before that what we're doing is going to work. And I think that like one thing that's been a big part of my journey is there was basically like this moment back in January where BridgeMind really started to like take off, and it went from like 10,000 subscribers to like 50,000 like in the blink of an eye, right? And now we're at 50,000. And like there were a couple things that I did to do that, right? To kind of like spark some virality, if that makes sense to you guys. So for example, like I started like having some really hype music at the start of the streams. I started doing like push-ups at the start of the streams. I started like doing cold plunges and having light goals. And this is all things that worked. These are things that really did work. But, you know, with that, one thing that I just want to talk about a little bit is I don't want to be a content creator. And like the things that I'm doing where I'm creating content, it's all for marketing purposes. Because at the end of the day, what I'm passionate about and what I love is I love vibe coding and I love AI and I love building things. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm not passionate about, like making YouTube videos, if that makes sense. I'm not passionate about that. But the thing is that now that we have this funnel, like for example, yesterday I put out this video, right? Like I put out this video here, and the video was, I'll literally show it to you guys right now. This one here, let's see here. It was the best vibe coding tools, and it got close to 5,000 views. It got 513 hours of watch time. And when I posted this video, I saw a bunch of people come in and upgrade to the BridgeMind Pro plan. Because in that video, I just like casually had BridgeSpace in the video, and hey, a bunch of people. Shout out to OG Testy, thank you, man. But I think that like what I'm making this announcement for is that over the next 90 days, I have some pretty serious goals, and in order to accomplish them, I think that we need to refocus a little bit, and the streams need to be more focused on like building and problem solving and less about performance and entertainment, if that makes sense. So for example, hey, if you put up cold plunge at 300 likes, you're going to get much more likes and engagement, right? But to what extent does that draw away from here's the thing is that it doesn't draw away from what we're doing, because I do cold plunges, right? And it's the same thing with the push-ups. I do push-ups. Before I started streaming, I was doing push-ups while I was working, right? But the thing is that when I put a goal up for 500 push-ups in a stream, then that becomes like a pivotal part of the stream is doing push-ups, right? So it takes away from the building aspect. And I don't want that to happen, because what I'm seeing is that BridgeMind is going to work. And what needs to be done is we need to keep moving forward. And Justin just asked, how are you so consistent? I mean, the reason I'm so consistent is because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is now working, and I've made so much progress that I have all of these things built up that are working. So like this is just like a big announcement to say that I'm going to begin implementing a new growth strategy, which is BridgeMind needs to become a little bit more professional, and it needs to refocus more so on the building aspect than ever before. Because what I want to start doing is if you guys were around for when Opus 4.6 released, Quad said always moving forward 100%. If you guys were around when Opus 4.6 released, you guys will remember that basically I had 1,300 people watching the stream. And what I want to kind of like the point that I'm making with this is that BridgeMind has become pretty much the leading community in the vibe coding movement, and it happened like very fast. But if I don't slow down and say, hey, wait, guys, like, let's just take a step back and say like, whoa, that happened really fast, and you don't want to blow that, right? So what I see is that like when I first started doing this, I knew like, okay, I just knew that I needed to get started. And like a lot of you guys in chat, like you guys always ask me, you're like, hey, how do I get started, right? And one of the reasons that I even started doing the streaming in the first place is because I wasn't necessarily sure what I wanted to do with BridgeMind. I kind of had a vision in my mind, but I knew that, hey, if I want to get started, I just have to start live streaming probably and start building in public and build like a company that's built in public. So, I got started there, and then we built ViewCreator. And like I showed this in my video this morning, but I'm going to show it on stream too, because I think it's really important for you guys to see, because this is like basically what this announcement is about, okay? Because this is what I'm seeing. And we now need to take BridgeMind basically to the next level. So check this out, guys. So this is my YouTube dashboard. And what I'm looking right now at is the analytics for the clipping that I've been doing and posting on BridgeMind. So you guys can see like 900,000 views, right? And I didn't post a single one of these shorts myself or these clips myself. Not a single one was posted by me. they were all posted by ViewCreator, which is the products that we built in the first, like, it was like from day 20 to day 110. We used ViewCreator to basically completely automate this. And this is one of the reasons that BridgeMind has gone so viral, because I'm constantly in people's feed. So when new videos show up or when live streams show up, people are like, oh, I've been watching those clips. Like, that's that guy. Let me click on that. Right? And that's like one of the reasons why BridgeMind has been so successful, is because of clipping. But here's the thing. If BridgeMind is going to get bigger, I need to do clipping on a mass scale. And I was working on this the past couple of days, and I started to set up more YouTube channels. And what we're going to do is, like, basically over the next 90 days, if I want to achieve this goal, like, we now have the things in place to be able to, like, achieve these things, right? BridgeMind is over 50,000, but yeah, if you want to get to 100,000 subscribers, if you want to get to $10,000 a month in MRR, there's going to have to be more content, more clipping. And in order to do that, we're going to have to polish up ViewCreator, and we're going to have to also, obviously, build out the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools. And the reason that I'm kind of like talking about this to you guys, I just wanted to do it in a raw way of, like, just on stream of, like, hey, I want to refocus on helping people learn to vibe code and helping others in building together as a community. And I don't want BridgeMind or the live streams to become like a performance or to become entertainment, if that makes sense. Like, it is entertainment because you guys like, but I don't want it to be the wrong sort of entertainment, if that makes sense. I want the streams to integrate more so the building at the level that I actually build at. Like, I think that just slowly over time, the push-ups and the cold plunges and the piano performances and all these things have helped with the virality factor. That's not what's going to help you get to 100,000. What's going to help you get to 100,000? Now you've built up this base, and you did it through these strategies of, like, push-ups and, a bunch of music on stream, and, that's great. And we're going to continue to do those things. But the reason that I'm kind of like telling you guys this is that I want to get back to the building at the level that I actually build at, and not get distracted with getting more likes and, getting more views by doing things that are taking away from the thing that I love. Because what I love, I don't love content creation, okay? I'll just tell you guys that now, is that I don't love content creation. And what I need to do is that I need to, exactly. Like Overslay said, whatever changes you do, don't forget your energy, man. That's what makes you a top vibe coder, 100%. Like I think that that is definitely a thing. It's just that I want to do a better job of building and walking through my build process and explaining what we're doing, and actually building out like more complex features and products on stream. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to take a step back and say, hey guys, like, this is what I'm seeing. Like, BridgeMind is BridgeMind's actually like becoming pretty successful. And I want to make sure that it stays that way. Okay. And in order to make sure that it stays that way, we're going to have to implement a new growth strategy, which is going to be this clipping. But it can't just be clipping on the BridgeMind channel. It's also going to need to be clipping on like 10 other channels. And something I did is, if you guys go over to BridgeMind, there's now a couple more, there's more job opportunities opening up for BridgeMind. And, I think that what I want to do is I just want to do a better job of explaining my ideas better, being able to build. And like, that's why I'm just like kind of touching on this, is that I don't want the live streams to become a performance, period. I want to be building with you guys authentically. And, I think that, like, what, it's like back to that example of like, hey, when Opus 4.6 came out, so this is really interesting. So Alchin said, personally, I don't follow you for the content, but for your workflow, it's important to look at. Yeah, and I think like that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that the passion that I have is for vibe coding and for building. It's not for content creation. And if I want to be successful, in what I'm doing with BridgeMind, there is some layer of content creation and marketing that you have to do. Like, for example, like I said, I put out that video and I get a bunch of subscriptions after I put out the video, right? Because I integrated BridgeSpace into the video. People saw it. They were interested in it. They went and they subscribed, right? And that's what I'm seeing, is that BridgeMind is going to have to focus in more so on... yeah, I did see that on the Clipper, the application. Yeah, Blue Tunes, 100%. So, this is what we're going to be doing. Is I need to start building more on stream, and I need to start becoming more professional, because BridgeMind is going to be in a position to raise money once we hit these goals. Once we hit $10,000 a month in recurring revenue, once we hit 100,000 subscribers, like, these are the goals where BridgeMind is going to be in an incredible position to be able to raise money. And to get there, we're going to have to be more professional. And we're going to have to focus and hone in more on what's helped us basically become successful in the first place, which is like, you can see Alchan in the chat saying, hey, like, I follow you for the workflow, right? And it's like, yes, like, that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm passionate about, is vibe coding. And let me turn on some of the chill music here so we actually get started for the day. And then we're going to go over what we're going to actually be building. But this is the first stream that you guys are going to be seeing. Sorry about the music. But we're going to focus in more so on the building portion and building out things on stream. And I'm going to do a better job of actually like describing to you guys what needs to be done, because in a large sense, like, sometimes like the streams can become like a little bit distracting almost, because there's some element of performing, right? And that's why I'm kind of like just talking about this, is that I don't want the streams to become that. I don't want to be performing. And yes, I have a high energy personality. I do cold plunges. I do push-ups. I am training for an Ironman. I do play piano. But that's not necessarily what everything is about, right? Super Combo said, why 100K and not 1 million? So I do think that we will be able to get to 1 million. The only thing is that 100K that's the threshold that BridgeMind is going to be able to raise money, is that when we hit these goals here. So things are going very well, and the reason for this announcement is because things are going very well, and I don't want to miss out and be like, oh man, if I just gotten serious at that level, then maybe I could have done better, right? And that's why I'm telling you guys this, is because I want to be authentic and genuine with you guys and just say, yeah, like, the push-ups, when you put up a goal for 500 push-ups on stream, it does distract from the building portion. I don't get as much done. Push-ups are good, and yeah, I'm going to be dropping 80 bombs on stream still, but I don't want to be putting them up as goals or have the counter where that becomes like this like critical factor and element of the streams. Like, yeah, it's cool to do, and it's good, it's healthy, but the thing is BridgeMind, especially with the product suite that we have, it needs to be more professional. And we need to be building more, and I need to be showing people, like, I need to actually be using vibe coding at the level of like, yes, this is what I'm doing, and this is why this works. And I think that we're gonna actually have more conversions if I become a little bit more professional. I'm gonna keep the same high energy. I'm gonna interact with you guys in the chat the same way that I do. Jefferson said you can't talk us into allowing you to skip push-ups. Well, I'm not gonna be skipping any push-ups. All that I'm saying is I don't want the streams to become a performance, and I don't want to be chasing likes. So if you guys want to like the video, you guys can like the video. That does help, but I don't want that to become the main element of the streams anymore. I think that we'll do like goals, and this is the thing. The like goals, like, for example, is there any tools, like, I'll just ask the chat this right now. Is there any tools that you guys would like for me to test out today? And I'll put a like goal up, and I'll test out those tools at that like goal. And I want to keep it about vibe coding and about building. So that's just kind of my announcement today. So first things first, like, I do have this job application open, and yes, this right here needs to be fixed. So let's just first of all, like, get everything working. Blue Tunes, you need a team, maybe 5 to 10 people. Yes, we do need a team, and we are going to be building out a team. But yes, I mean, what I'm seeing is that BridgeMind is going to be in a very, very good position once we do reach these milestones. And I don't want to lose sight of the fact that, hey, yeah, like if the streams become a performance, that is going to be an issue, okay? And I don't want the streams to become a performance. So if you guys would like me to test things out, then yeah, like let me know and I will test them out on stream. So first things first, like BridgeSpace, we are at a very, very good place with BridgeSpace. I just want to show you guys where we're at right now. So let's launch a new workspace here. So I'm going to go into desktop and I'm going to BridgeMind and I'm going to launch 6 Claude agents. Or actually, let's do 5. Let's do 4, and then we'll launch 2 Codex agents. Okay, so we'll launch 6 here. DSAD Drew said this is super refreshing to hear. Glad you're back and better than ever. 100%. And the reason that I'm announcing this and kind of drawing your guys' attention to this is because BridgeMind is working, and like I almost get sentimental about it because obviously I've worked incredibly hard for it. But that's the thing is it's like, hey, I don't want things to become unprofessional or like a performance. I want to focus in on what we actually care about, which is this like actually building, right? Okay, so for example, Super Combo Gamer just dropped in code buff. So let's do this. This is gonna be something new, okay? So at 200 likes, we're gonna be testing code buff, okay? So I think that, hey, the like goals are important. They matter because it draws engagement, but I want to get away from like, oh, 200 likes equals a cold plunge. Yes, I do the cold plunges, but the thing is that the cold plunges have nothing to do with vibe coding, and if we're actually going to build this community, I just want to refocus a little bit on this aspect, on the building aspect, on the vibe coding aspect, on the AI aspect, and really showing you guys how we're doing this, because I don't want the streams to become a performance. This has always been about building and showing you guys the process of building in public, and I just don't want it to become that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, code buff is expensive, but we could test this out. Try Deslopify. Okay, we'll put that on the list. No more calls. No, we'll get some calls from Sam. I don't know. I talk to him often. So, all right, let's do one thing real quick. So let's go over here. And we need to fix this. So this is the first issue that we're gonna fix today. So I do have this here, and what I want to show you guys is this here. This does not work. Let's just upload like a PDF real quick. This one here, and this is gonna give a please complete CAPTCHA issue. So first of all, I need to launch CleanShot here. Okay, so got it, but never skip the push-ups. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing the push-ups, and that's the thing is it's like I do the push-ups, like that's literally me. I'm not doing anything that's not me, right? Like I don't want to do stuff that's not me. I'm not like, oh, you know, I don't do, like I'm training for an Ironman right now, and that's like another thing is that like, hey, like over time things are gonna happen where it's like, yeah, you know, at the end of the day I am a human being, and I do care about my family a lot, and you know there's important things about life that I don't want to miss out on because I'm like just absolutely drained from like live streaming every single day, right? It's like, hey, I want to be able to do this in the way that I actually enjoy it and love it, and to do that I need to get back to kind of the things that I actually enjoy doing, which is building. So Elon got me on speed dial. Okay, code buff is benchmarked to be better than Claude Code as well as faster at the same, worth a test. Yeah, it's definitely worth a test. I want you to, okay, let's launch BridgeVoice here. So BridgeVoice is working very well on macOS. It's not working well on Windows, and this is an issue that we're probably going to need to address today as well. I don't know why it's not working on Windows. I don't know why. I was actually working over like yesterday of like, okay, why is this not working on Windows? So let's do this. I want you to take a look at this, review the image, note that it's saying CAPTCHA required. Why is this happening? Launch 2 deep dive agents to figure out what needs to be changed in the code to fix this, review and update respectively. Or hold on, I even had I did have a cursor agent that was doing this, so let's just launch this real quick. Also, we're gonna have to drop in the BridgeMind API real quick. Run npm run build and fix all build errors. There are a lot of issues. Alex, I'll see you, man. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so BridgeVoice is working very well on macOS. Let's just open up Cursor real quick. So I'm going to CD out just briefly, and then let's launch Cursor. But yeah, I mean, like one thing on that too is with the clipping, clipping is going to become like really important, and that's one thing that we are going to be working on today. Windows is trash and needs to be scrapped entirely. I don't know about that, but okay, but like I think that I actually already did fix this, so that's why I wanted to take a look at it, as I believe I already did fix it. So I don't want to drop this in because I think that I already fixed it. Okay, will this now work? Is this ready to be deployed? I think this is ready to be deployed already, so let's just see here. Sir, if you don't mind, I may know purpose of Let's Live. Yeah, so I mean, we're building, like, you guys, yeah, so Hard Hacker, so Quad, thank you, mate. So let's get to shipping. So yeah, so really it's like, hey, this is working. The goal is, the next goal, the next buoy that we have is $10,000 a month in MRR. And that's for BridgeMind particularly. And right now, like I said, like, you know, there's a bunch of revenue drivers for BridgeMind, but particularly for BridgeMind.ai, the suite of vibe coding tools, which I think that is probably the most important aspect that I think could end up getting acquired at some point, is going to be this suite. Right now, we're at $1,460. There's a lot of people trialing right now that we're waiting. Like I saw, for example, 3 yearly subscriptions come through that are gonna, like, in a couple days, they're gonna be like processed, right? And that's like, boom, yearly. So we're making money. And you guys can see the MRR growth rate is 3,500%, and the MRR is now up to $1,400, okay? So what we need to do now is we need to refocus and really start making, like, content that's gonna start helping people vibe code. And that's the great part about it, is that, like, that's what my passion actually is. So I did ship this, I fixed this. So what I do now, and you guys can let me know, but sometimes I like to use like Visual Studio Code to just like via the UI to just like pull this up here and then just to push this. For some reason I have issues with cursor in my GitHub work tree, so I like to do that. Let's go over and we're gonna push this now to GitHub, push this to the master branch so people can apply for that position. But the reason that we have the Clipper positioning opening up is because we're gonna start building out a mass scale clipping campaign for BridgeMind, because that's how we're gonna get the scalability to the next level. Is that, like, right now we have a scaling issue where, hey, if you want people to actually like be watching and get more people into your marketing funnel, you need to start clipping, and you need to have like 10 channels to post from. So have you tried the Claude Code voice? I have not yet. Let's see if it's like, is it working? Is it voice? I think I need to update. Let's check this. What is the command to update to the latest version of Claude Code? So let's do this real quick. Okay, Plot Twist said, not gonna lie, sub, one shot. ViewCreator needs to max out like auto clipping and all related clipping captions, all of those. Yeah, 100%. So that's what we're gonna be using for clipping is ViewCreators, because hey, that's how I've been doing this, is I've been using ViewCreator, and ViewCreator like literally has helped us scale to 50,000 subscribers, which is insane. But now what's needed is we now need to take that to the next level, which is gonna be, okay, like we need to, yeah, okay, I just did update Claude. So let's see, let's try Claude Code voice. Let's do voice. So let's see, voice, I still don't have it. That's weird. So voice, literally just brings up the skill of voice. Yeah, so apparently we could potentially be getting GPT 5.4. Yes, that is true. Claude update, yeah, so I just did update it. So okay, so one thing I want to show you guys is I do need to launch this locally. So I'm gonna launch, let's launch Bridgespace. There's a couple things I want to show you guys that I was working on. I was working on this concept called Bridgeswarm. I want you to review this. I am currently using the production package. How could I make it so that I can launch Bridgespace locally as well as launch it in the dev environment, so that I can be testing the dev version and not have it interfere with the production version that I'm actually using for building? OG Tessie said, are you going to be adding ViewCreator to BridgeMind? I think that that's a great question. So the answer to that is no. I'm not going to be adding ViewCreator to BridgeMind, because here's one thing that I've learned in this journey so far, and we'll actually kind of talk. I'll even like, let me just show you an example, okay, Tessie? So check this out. So if we go over to ViewCreator, right? This is the biggest problem of ViewCreator that I want to talk to you guys about, that I've learned in my journey so far. So look at this. So here's ViewCreator, right? And I'm sure that you guys all remember ViewCreator. So look at this. There are so many features in ViewCreator that just are not needed. Like, platform tools, titles, descriptions, chapters, transcripts, comments, video manager, analytics, publish and schedule. You don't really need any of this. What ViewCreator is good at is this auto posting feature, where literally I can go to agents here and I have this BridgeMind agent, right? And like this agent has already run twice for me today, and it just automatically posts clips to my channels from ViewCreator, right? Like literally we can run this one right now. Let's just run it right now. So watch this. So run agent. So this agent runs, right? And it goes into my content bank and it finds a clip that hasn't been posted yet. Here's the clip that it found. Look at this one. This is a perfect example. This is the clip that it's choosing. So this one churned for 2 minutes, churned meaning worked. And it's gonna post it to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So like this is how I've scaled BridgeMind to this point. And this is going to be the new strategy, is that like today, for example, I want to set up, let's set some goals for today, guys, because like this is the point why I made the announcement at the start of the stream, is that we're going to get back to like some really focused building so that you guys can actually see how I'm doing all this. Okay. Like I don't want to be wasting time on stream, like doing, you know, all these different things and like performing and not like really making progress. And that's what like, I just don't want to take away from that, right? So the number one goal today, set up 5 clipping channels. All right, so today we're gonna set up 5 clipping channels. That is the number one goal. I already have like 2, but we're gonna set up 5 total, okay? So 5 total. Number 2, set up Bridgeswarm. You guys are gonna see Bridgeswarm in a minute. I was working on it the past 2 days, so you guys are gonna see that in a minute. And then also BridgeVoice Windows. I mean, it's crazy to me that we still don't have this working on Windows yet. And then BridgeSpace on Windows. I need to test this as well. BridgeSpace Windows. And then also bug reports. We have a ton of bug reports from the bug bounty event that we're going to be going over and squashing. So shout out to everybody that has been working and being a part of the bug bounty event that we've been doing. But yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I just want to like totally refocus on really like articulating what we're doing on stream and actually executing that. So the clipping is going to be important. We're going to be working with ViewCreator a little bit as well. Let's see what this said. So this said, okay, so the problem is that 3 things cause dev prod conflict. So the app identifier, macOS uses this for app data storage, prevents a second instance from launching, okay? So this is an issue. So both show BridgeSpace in the dock. You can't tell which is which. So like even if I go over here, right, I'm pretty sure this is my issue. If I cd into BridgeSpace Tari, I'm pretty sure if I run npm run tari dev, I'm pretty sure the production will close down. I'm pretty sure this is accurate, right? Did I do well in school? My freshman year of college, I did have a 4.0 GPA. I didn't really, like, that's when I thought that school, I was going to head down that route. But once I realized that I was going to get into, like, entrepreneurship and stuff, I really stopped, like, focusing on it, if that makes sense. And I was like, this is like all like a joke, basically. So yeah, so it doesn't run, and this is an issue for us because if we want to develop Tari locally, we're gonna have to figure out, hey, how do we have the production build and the dev build up? So you create this. Okay, so Tari supports a config flag to overlay a JSON config at dead time. You create, okay, create a structured plan for this that will not impact functionality in production, and then integrate the changes. I think ViewCreator doesn't work well on platforms like TikTok. They are very aggressive against automation, and your channel's views kind of point to it being shadow banned. I mean, what, on TikTok? I think, like, on TikTok, what do I have? I get like 500 views on TikTok. What do you think? I mean, the thing is that it works very well on YouTube. But I like your point. But hold on, chat. I need to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. This is going to be a really good stream. We're going to accomplish a lot in this stream. You guys can check out the goals. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, chat. Let's go. All right, so, all right, let's see here. Okay, so here is this. So this is gonna allow us to update this when on local. So let's see, does this now work? So let's try this again. npm run tari dev. So this, it says it should allow me to then run this. So this is gonna be able to run as like another app. Okay, nice. Okay, perfect. So that did work. And why I'm doing this, just to explain this a little bit better, I'm doing this because this is the production build, like this is the actual DMG, and then this one here, this is dev, okay? So it's important that you guys understand that, like, hey, I need to be running this in the dev environment so I can actually be like, and the thing is now I literally completely uninstalled Warp because BridgeSpace is now stable on Mac OS, so I no longer need Warp, right? So also another thing here, it looks like I have like some issues in production. What's going on here? Okay, I do have an issue here on the API, so let's figure out what's causing this. Let's do start dev. You can add a tolerance variable so it can post, for example, at 5 p.m., but some days it's 4:59, some days it's 5:01, gives a more natural look to upload times. That's actually a really interesting point. Yeah, Drew, that's interesting. Yeah, we can probably do that. All right, let's sign in real quick. All right, just signed in. Hold on, what happened here? Off callback. Oh. Hold on, chat. Wait, why did that happen? Did you see I just didn't, BridgeMind apps. Okay. Okay, so now there's an issue here. There's a 400 error. Okay, you guys see this 400 error? What is causing this error? Fix this. Thank you, Kerr. Kerr, how's it going, man? Also, shout out to Kerr. Kerr just started streaming. I actually did see his first stream. It was pretty cool. Hold on, let me find his channel real quick. I did subscribe to his channel. Yeah, so check this out, chat. So Kerr, a member of the BridgeMind community, he actually was third in the Vibathon right here. He did start streaming. He's got 20 subscribers right now, but he deserves a heck of a lot more. He just started streaming. His first stream was day one, vibe coding until we make someone else $1 million. That's awesome. So, you know, go sub to him. I'm going to drop the link in chat here, but, you know, just a really cool guy. He did place third in the Vibathon. So just as a reminder, like that's pretty impressive. He built Snitch. So let's do this real quick. Did I try Claude Code Voice? I've not tried it out yet. I actually tried to update. Right? But for some reason when I do /voice, there isn't anything there. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. Is that the correct thing to put in? I'm not sure. Okay, so the next thing that I do want to do, guys, is I am going to launch a cursor window here. I was working over here this morning. So the limit was 8, which is in with 16 paint, the first 8. Okay, this is actually exactly what is happening. So I want to show you guys like an issue that happens inside BridgeSpace, which is very interesting. So do you guys see this here? So the terminals, I'm going to show you guys the images just so you guys can understand what's happening here. This is a bug in production. Hold on. Let's see here if I can find it. Let's do 1 week. Or hold on. Screenshots. Wait, how do I scroll here? Uh-oh. All right, don't want that. Okay. Long story short, if I open BridgeSpace here and I launch, let's launch another 6. And this is a very interesting bug. Okay, like basically what happens is after you launch 8 terminals, all of them are gonna like lose their styling. So watch this, chat. So I'm gonna launch another 6, right? And anywhere in BridgeSpace, if I launch more terminals that are outside of this limit, like you can see here, 1, 2, 3, see how these are all messed up, the styling, 1, 2, 3, 4, see how these are all messed up and screwed up? Like, look, normal, normal, weird, 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 right? This is like bad. So what is the actual cause of this? So it says WebGL context eviction without proper recovery. So when you have many terminal panes open, WebK WebView silently evicts older WebGL context to reclaim GPU memory. The onContext loss handler was reapplying the theme, but never calling term refetch, leaving the terminal canvas in a broken visual state. Okay, so I now need you to create a structured plan for the fixes that need to be implemented to fix this broken functionality. So we're going to throw this in plan mode here, and this is going to be able to fix this. So we're walking the agent through what it needs to do to be able to actually fix this issue. All right, I'll see it, Tessie. Try in a terminal outside of BridgeSpace. What do you mean, a terminal outside of BridgeSpace for what? All right, so let's see. Did this one finish working here? Okay, so this one says that this is fixed. What was causing that? Set the API URL expression. Okay. All right, so let's see if this now works. Let's do sign in with browser. Let's sign in real quick. Okay. All right, why is it's still not working? Do you guys see that, chat? So I literally logged in, right? And I still got this 400 error. So this is like a good instance. I am still getting the same issue. Yeah, I mean, we could do a handoff prompt if this doesn't work. Okay, wait. Drew said for Claude Voice, how do you have skipped permissions by default? Yeah, so I do have skipped permissions on by default, and the way that I do this is I literally just told Claude Code to turn it on. Like, if you just tell Claude Code, like, this is the prompt that you give it. I want you to enable bypass permissions on by default in my Claude Code configuration. Literally just tell Claude Code that, and it's going to be able to go into its own settings and update itself to be able to do that, okay? So very important there. Also, we are going to drop in BridgeMind API, and I want you to identify the latest security vulnerabilities or issues after an in-depth review of the BridgeMind API. I know that we actually dropped this in. Okay, also here's the plan here. So let's see, changes still needed. So this is going to, this is the root cause. So when many terminal panes are open, 8+, WebK, WebView silently evicts older WebGL contexts. And you know what's interesting is that this is like perfectly accurate, because check this out, chat. So literally, it's 8. I don't know how it knew that that was the limit, but after 8, that's where the terminal stops styling. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then boom, boom, boom. It's not good, right? So we're gonna have to use this to be able to restyle this. And cursor was spot on here, and I was using Opus 4.6 Max. I first threw it in plan mode, but this is the first agent that actually kind of identified what the issue is here. All right, Super Combo Gamer said, as long as it does not break. I had Claude Code completely break the JSON config before. Yeah, I mean, we'll see here. We'll see. Let's see here. All right, let's move the desk down a little bit. Also, how's Big T doing, chat? Is he doing good? Is he good down there? He knows. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh. Okay, this dog sleeps like a human being. Like he's like my dog from childhood, right? So I watch him occasionally. He's not my dog. I don't have him all the time, but I grew up with him basically. But I mean, I'm not even kidding. He was sleeping like a human being. What did this do? Wait, how did you apply the fixes? What did you update? Launch subagents that use Opus 4.6 to be able to review the code that you updated and confirm that the fixes that were applied will actually fix the issues. So I'm not kidding, like, I let him sleep in my bed with me because I don't know, he's cool. But the other day, he was like sleeping on the pillow like a human being. I was like, dude, like, you gotta like sleep at the foot of the bed, like not like you're a human being. But he's crazy. I love him. I love him. He's a good dog. I mean, he'll just hang out here all day. Like, I won't even have to like take him out. Big T wants to go on that WALK 100%. Yeah, I take him out though. Vince, how's it going? Yeah, he's sleeping like he does pay part of the mortgage. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Did Claude fix our issue here? Let's go back over to this instance. Still working. The MVs aren't reaching the Rust process. Let me check how the API URLs are resolved. Okay, so there is a couple features that I was building out, chat, and we're going to be working on them. But one thing that I'm now going to start doing is we do need to revisit ViewCreator. And like I said, if you guys watched the video this morning, we are now going to be implementing a new growth strategy. And the reason that we're implementing this growth strategy is because what we've been doing has been working with clipping, but it needs to get a heck of a lot bigger. And today we're going to be setting up a clipping system. And what we need to do is we need to make it so that we can hook ViewCreator up to 5 different YouTube channels and we can start posting. But ViewCreator, we haven't worked on ViewCreator in a while. ViewCreator needs to be like stripped, okay? ViewCreator, like, you know, I kind of like, because I've been so focused on the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools, there are a lot of issues with it where like I just haven't been like making updates or changes to it. People have been subscribing like sporadically just from like past content and it being marketed. So let me see. I think the current, let's check up on the current MRR of ViewCreator. Let me just check it. But we need to strip out so much garbage from this that's just not even needed. Teach Big T vibe coding. That's a good idea. But we need to strip out a ton of content and just like features that are not needed. And here's the thing: is it's like if I could go back and do ViewCreator and build ViewCreator differently, it just doesn't need so many freaking features, chat. Like, I think that you do pass a threshold at some point where the more features that you have, it's actually hurting you rather than helping you. Really, all that ViewCreator needed to do was be able to, yeah, so I just got a payout for $2,600 from ViewCreator the other day, which was nice. But like, I mean, let's see here. So even today, there's been a bunch of signups, but like most of them are free. Sporadically, I'll get people paying, but the truth of it is it's like, hey, like I'm not marketing it or like marketing it to the right people. So MRR, yeah, MRR's dropped. It was as high as 1,200, but it has dropped off because I haven't been marketing it, right? And I'm not really trying to market ViewCreator right now. But the thing is okay, let's do it super combo. He said eliminate the AI videos, add memory to ViewCreator for dupe, post reduction, and then improve the clipping and strip 99% of the custom workflow features. Yeah, I mean, all you really need to do is like automated clipping. That's what ViewCreator, like, if we could go back and do this over, right? Automated clipping, period. That's all you needed with ViewCreator, right? You didn't need all these features and all these things to do, like, you know, and that's the thing is that, like, hey, BridgeMind has grown and BridgeMind is now in a phenomenal position. But hey, if we're gonna grow the mission and the goal for $10,000 a month MRR, we're making a lot more money than the money that's just being made by BridgeMind.ai, and we've made a lot more money than just like coming from subscriptions, right? But the thing is, it's like, hey, the $10,000 a month, once we reach that MRR, we will be able to raise significant investor funding, and like that's like the biggest thing is it's like, yes, we need 100,000 subscribers and we need $10,000 a month in MRR, and I'll be able to raise a bunch of money, okay? So, you know, that's the next goal, and to be able to get there, we're gonna have to build out a really good clipping system. So, okay, what is even going wrong? Now I'm getting redirected to like a completely different page, so this is like giving me issues here, chat. So now if I do this, now I'm getting redirected to like the app login. What the heck is this? Yeah, Claude's doing a really bad job here. So, like, if we revisit ViewCreator, okay, like we actually have to like let's just open up ViewCreator inside of Cursor. Let's just open this up. This is the first time I've actually opened up ViewCreator in a while, but we need to revisit it here. So let's open up ViewCreator. Let's open it up in Cursor, and let's just start to like take a look at things and look at the current state of things. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so if you guys remember ViewCreator, ViewCreator here, we have a lot with ViewCreator, okay? We have the ViewCreator database, we have the ViewCreator UI, we have the ViewCreator Creator UI, we have the ViewCreator Admin UI, we have ViewCreator AWS, we have ViewCreator API. We have a lot with ViewCreator, okay? And really, all that needs to be done with ViewCreator is we need to simplify it, and it just needs to be good at clipping. So, like, for example, one thing I want to do is I do want to be able to launch all of this while I'm also developing BridgeMind. So, like, something that we're going to be able to do with BridgeSpace is I'm going to be able to launch another workspace, and with the workspace, like, let's say I launch, yeah, Claude defo got nerfed. It's been so bad the last few days. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's very accurate. Should we rewind? Should we rewind this? Okay, restore code and conversation. Does that even work, chat? Okay, that does work. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to... Wait, what the heck? This does launch. All right, BridgeMind apps. Let me see if this works. Claude Code did kind of mess this up for us. Okay, what the heck? Okay. All right, let's test this out. So let's actually open up. So I'm gonna close down Claude. And yeah, I mean, I have been using Codex more. Codex has definitely been improved. Let's change over to Codex here for a minute, and let's launch Codex, and let's launch Codex. And I'm not going to put it in extra high. I mean, if you put it in extra high, it just does way too much, right? So we're going to put it in medium, okay? And, like, we're just going to use the medium model because, yeah, if you put it in extra high, that's where you start seeing significant latency. I've been using Sonnet 4.6 for everything, and it's been fantastic. Yeah, Sonnet 4.6 is good. Do you get what I mean? I want to be able to be using BridgeSpace, the production package that's installed on my computer, as well as working on the development package locally. Yeah, Backstory Bytes, what's up, man? He said hopefully GPT 5.4 today as well. Yeah, so Backstory Bytes, shout out to you. So he's actually one of the people that has been like definitely recommending GPT models, but we are supposed to be getting GPT 5.4 today, potentially. It's very possible that we could get GPT 5.4. So we'll see. If you guys saw OpenAI, basically, like, they said, hey, this is supposed to come out sooner than you think. This was on March 3rd, so it's now March 5th. Definitely possible that we could get 5.4 today. So we'll see, but definitely a possibility. What is now different with Claude? They've been having, like, a lot of outages this week. Definitely, like, something to note. A lot of outages. So something that I want to do, chat, is this actually gonna be pretty interesting. So I want to have, like, I want to be able to work with ViewCreator, and I want to be able to work with BridgeMind in testing all this stuff locally. Very convinced to switch to Codex 5.3 because it's been better, the better one, but Claude Code has 2 new skills, Simplify and Batch, which are super good. Okay, Simplify and Batch. So guys, like, if you guys were around for the start of the stream, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I think that what I need to do personally, and what we need to start, like, honing in on a little bit, is that I need to really become, like, a professional, more professional, like, period. I think that, like, testing new models, teaching people how to vibe code, showing people my workflows. This is going to be something that's going to become more and more important, especially with the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools. Is that, like, yes, like, the streams, like, I'll be streaming, right? And people will just be subscribing because, yeah, like, what you guys are seeing right now, this is BridgeSpace. This is the way that I develop in vibe code, is I use BridgeSpace, which is the product that we're literally working on right now. Right now, I just need to fix this here. But let's just use Codex a little bit more because, yeah, I mean, Claude Code is kind of missing, guys. How long do you think OpenAI will keep this model chain up? They have to run out eventually. I mean, I'm not sure. I think that, I don't know. I used to be just completely OpenAI. Like, if you guys go back to my old videos, right, my old streams, I used to just have a ton of Codex instances open, right? But that's no longer the case, right? That's totally no longer the case. I, like, hardly ever use Codex. Wait, hold on. So it didn't... I tried launching it and it didn't even open up locally when I tried to run dev. Why is this happening? Fix. I want to be able to run the production and dev at the same time. Okay, because they run on AWS. When do I use Opus 4.6? I use Opus 4.6 for most of my tasks. They are having some issues for sure. Like right now, just in general, I think that Opus and Sonnet and Claude, they're kind of struggling a little bit. I was just trying and testing out a couple things, but really they didn't work great. So let's go over to Cursor real quick. And what I want to do is I just want to open up a new chat and let's start planning this out. I want you to do an in-depth review of ViewCreator and the ViewCreator API and the front end. Right now, there are a ton of features in this project and product. And honestly, I think that there are way too many features. I want ViewCreator to really just be focused around clipping and automated posting, nothing else. And there's a ton of features in the application that can really just be stripped. If you look at the agent workflow, this is great. Like the agent workflow of being able to have an agent be able to run at particular times, be able to go to the content bank, grab an unposted post, and then be able to actually post it to multiple platforms. This is the main use case of ViewCreator, and there's just a ton of features and tools that aren't required or needed anymore. Would you do an in-depth deep dive of ViewCreator and output a README file with all of the features that ViewCreator has so that I can review them and then start to strip the product of some of the unneeded features? So we're gonna do a massive cleanup here, chat. We haven't worked on ViewCreator in a while, and the reason for that is because we're building out a suite of vibe coding tools. This was my plan when I first started, not initially when I first started doing it, but once I started, let's say 3 weeks into live streaming, I started to have this vision, which was, hey, if you can build a marketing tool, if you can build vibe coding tools, and you can basically then ship apps, this is what I perceive happening, and this is why I kind of was just very serious at the start of today's stream. I want to build BridgeMind, and I think that BridgeMind has a ton of potential, but what I don't want to happen is I don't want to lose sight of what I love and care about, which is the building process. It's very important that we don't lose sight of actually focusing in and building things. So what I envision happening is we now have a vibe coding tool suite, which you guys are seeing, this is getting more stable. In a month, BridgeSpace, BridgeVoice, BridgeCode, these things are going to start rolling out, and I think that we'll be able to actually start shipping apps, and it's going to make sense to be shipping apps, and I'll tell you guys why. We now have the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools, and what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to market those tools while shipping additional products. We'll be able to build, I have all sorts of ideas for apps that we're going to build, but the reason that I've built the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools is ultimately we'll literally be able to market these tools by building additional products in apps. And we're not there yet. I think that we have to get this clipping figured out, and we have to do more things to be able to get to that level, but that's the direction that this is headed. And that's the reason it's hey, I have goals, I have a vision, and I want to accomplish my vision. What are you building? Can I explain that? So yes, so if you guys are curious as to what I'm building, first of all, you can go to bridgemind.ai, but what you guys are looking at right now, this is literally what we're building and working on right now. We're working on a few different things, but the main thing that we're working on is BridgeSpace, which is an ADE. This is an agent development environment, and this is what I use to vibe code. And I built it using the principles that I've learned over the past 3 years as a vibe coder. So here you're able to manage a bunch of workspaces and agents in the same place. And hold on here. All right, why is this not working the way that I need it to work? I need you to take a look at this. After I log in successfully, I do go back to BridgeSpace, but BridgeSpace, I don't actually get logged in on the dev version. Why is this happening? So you guys are seeing this is BridgeSpace, okay? And this is an agentic development environment. And I think that in the future, people are going to look less at code and they're going to be working with their agents more. Hung said clipping agents are going to be so needed. If you know iShowSpeed, Clavicular, or Fly, it's probably not through their streams, but rather the clips, GIFs, and memes. 100%. I've been just, on YouTube, and I get so many clav clips, and I get so many, and that's why I'm hey, this is what we need to do with BridgeMind, is if we really want to take BridgeMind to the next level, we're gonna have to polish up ViewCreator a little bit, and we're gonna have to build really good clipping campaigns. So while these agents are working for us, let's just go over to YouTube real quick, and I wanna show you guys how this works. Let me pull this up. So here's what we're looking at right now. Let me pull this up for you guys. All right, check this out, guys. So these are the YouTube channels that I have, okay? I have a Matthew Miller channel, I have a ViewCreator channel, two BridgeMind, so I have BridgeMind clips and then BridgeMind shorts. So we already have two. I have Bridge Music, I have ViewCreator, and I have another ViewCreator, right? When we were really focusing on the marketing of ViewCreator. So what we need to do is today we're gonna be creating a total, we're gonna polish these two up, but we're gonna create a total of 5 YouTube channels for BridgeMind clipping, and then we're gonna be able to really start shipping this. And we're gonna start clipping like crazy, and that's gonna be in large part the clipping strategy. If you need mobile developers, I would be happy to join the team. Yeah, so like that's the thing is that BridgeMind is going to get a lot bigger, but we really do need to hit these goals, and that's when we're going to be able to get like some pretty solid funding. And I do like these are the goals that I want to hit in the next 90 days. So $10,000 in MRR, 100,000 subscribers, 10,000 members on the Discord community, 30,000 followers on X, and 2,500 followers on Twitch. Okay, this is what I'm working towards, and I do believe that we will be able to hit it. It's just that, hey, it's going to take some time, and it's going to need some new strategies. Okay, let's go over here. So here's the feature audit from ViewCreator. This is way too like complex. But look at what it did. It literally put X's on the ones that are like, yeah, this isn't needed. So strip candidate. So you guys see what it did here? So let's do it in the preview here. Okay, so here's the preview. So AI clipping agent, this is obviously a core feature that we need to keep. The agent system is a core feature that we need to keep. Multi-platform publishing is a feature that we need to be able to keep. Scheduled posting is a feature that we need to keep. Content bank is a feature that we need to keep. Connected accounts is a feature that we need to keep. Post is obviously a feature that we need to keep. But like, man, I really do like the YouTube thumbnail generator because I do use it. Dog Dad said you should strip features, yes, and focus on core offerings, but you should also implement extensions, marketplaces in all your tools so that users can select additional features which can be monetized. Well, here's the thing. I'm seeing that the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools is going to be the main revenue driver. You know, it's not going to be ViewCreator, and I'll tell you why. And I figured this out, you know, as we were in the process of doing that. Okay, why is this not authenticating? This is so frustrating. Hold on, chat. Okay, do you guys see what I'm trying to do here? Okay, use one of these for now. Okay, let's try this. So I'll close this. Okay, we have to quit this. Let's quit, and then what I'm gonna do is, Codex says this should work, so do dev local, and this should work. How can you be sure other people aren't using those features? Well, the thing is that, you know, I can see the post hog, and like, I really have not been staying up to date with ViewCreator. I kind of have gone all in on the BridgeMind suite of vibe coding tools, right? And, you know, since, you know, what has it been? Like close to 2 months now since I like really stopped focusing on ViewCreator because I saw the opportunity that we could have with vibe coding tools, which ultimately is definitely something that I wanted to do. Okay, why is this not? Okay, I still don't get in after I log in successfully. Why is this happening? So Codex is not able to figure this out. And what I want to do is I need to get to the point where I can actually develop BridgeSpace locally while this is working. Nexac said, you're at 42,000. I remember 2 months ago you were at 1.5K. Congratulations, you deserve the hard work. Thank you, man. The 42,000 is total revenue though. Remember that. It's total revenue. It is accurate. There's a variety of different ways that we've made that revenue. It's not per month though, just to correct you there. Okay, so it's making 2 direct fixes. This definitely needs to be fixed. But let's go over here back to cursor. And yeah, there's just so much that we can just strip out of this. I mean, like, for example, like if you're doing a YouTube thumbnail generator, that should be a standalone feature to some extent, right? Like, I do want to keep this because it is helpful and I use it every single day when I'm posting videos. But like the description generator, title generator, transcript generator, chapter generator, tag generator, comment responder, like a lot of this stuff can just be stripped, chat. Like, you don't need all these features, right? And it's like, it's interesting to look back at this and be like, yeah, like we built ViewCreator, but look at how many features are in it. You just don't need X reply generator, X viral post composer. Like, you just don't need this, man. Like, you just don't need all these features. Image video generation. Now, I don't want to strip away stuff like this. Okay, Instagram hub and sub pages. I mean, all that we need is we need the clipping features. Eric Coates, how's it going? I think the best tools are the tools that are simple to new users and have their main features easily accessible while they hide their more complex features using styling, etc. It's great for both. 100%. Yeah, you just don't need all this stuff, you know? TikTok captions generator. Like, dude, you didn't need to build all these features, man. So I want to be careful here because I don't want to just strip stuff. So we're not stripping, we're stripping stuff from ViewCreator. So a lot of people probably aren't even familiar with ViewCreator, right? Because we blew up after we started focusing on the vibe coding tools. But it's like, okay, now it says to do this. So it said that this should work. So let's stop this and then paste this in. Oops. Whoa, is that gonna work? It looks like it's launching. All right, so it did launch. Let's try to sign in. And really what I'm trying to do, chat, is I just need to make it so that I can work on the development build and the production build simultaneously. Does anybody in chat know what's causing me to not be able to do this? Okay, now I got a 400 error. Now I got this 400 error when I tried to sign in. What caused this? I did sign in successfully on the browser. Note that I was able to sign in successfully on the browser. BridgeSpace customizable themes anytime soon. Yeah, sure, let's do that right now. So let's drop in BridgeSpace Tari. People are requesting that we create customizable themes for BridgeSpace where they are able to customize their own theme. Would you review the application in complete depth and come up for a way for us to be able to do this? Review the application in depth and create a structured plan for implementation for this. Have I tried Perplexity Computer yet? I have not, no. All right, well, these two agents work, chat. I am gonna have to grab some water real quick. Let's get some other agents working for us. Let's do this one real quick here. Or hold on, chat. Like, what is causing? Okay, this is. I feel like I don't want to break stuff with this, but we do need to do it, you know. So it's like, all right, like, can this actually work? All right, let's try signing in with browser again. We just need to be able to develop locally while we are working in production. That's what I'm not understanding. Okay, another error. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go here. So frustrating. Oh. I think I know what's causing this, chat. Review this and tell me what needs to be done. I think it actually is because there's a desktop exchange environment variable that I added the other day. Have it be a standard JSON format. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna change up themes. Kurt, I remember you telling me about that. People in chat are telling me to have it be a standard JSON format for the themes. Would you review our current implementation of themes and help me consider how we could do this and implement this for our themes? We will most likely need to refactor the way that we are doing themes, but using standard JSON format probably is a good approach. Would you review this and think in depth and come up with a proper plan and solution for implementation of both the standard JSON format and customizable themes? Okay, so let's do this. I'll submit this here. But yeah, shout out to Kurt. Thank you, man. All right. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, I do know what was causing that. Okay, it does look like this is getting dropped in. Okay, so now this is gonna fail if it. So it was this desktop token secret, which was the error, and I did. This was a security vulnerability that I did identify in like yesterday, and this does need to be fixed. So now basically what's gonna happen is it's going to like we just need to set this. So let me set this real quick. So I'm gonna run this and just generate the token, the secret token here. And I'm gonna set this in my environment variable. So give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna do this briefly here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's going into, wait, where does it even need to go to? I think it's the BridgeMind API. Let me see. Let's go back here. So what? Okay, yeah, it's definitely the BridgeMind API. Okay, hold on, chat. Let me do this real quick. All right, BridgeMind API. This is going to go in. All right, and then this actually was a bug. So I'm happy that I tested this locally because this was a bug that I would have run into in production too. I just added it into the logic, like, what was it, yesterday, I think? Maybe 2 days ago? I think yesterday. So, desktop token secret. Okay, here we go. All right, I now have this set. All right, let's go over here. Maybe you can hide them for now in a nav section, then do a hard delete later. Wait, what do you mean? On what? For what? Okay, so let's go now back to this. So now this actually should work. Let's go here. What's the start for this? It's like local something. npm run tari dev local. Is it dev local is what it is? Okay. All right, also guys, there is, if you guys are familiar with CodeBuff, we are going to be testing CodeBuff at 200 likes. If you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's see here. Let's log in. So this should work now. There we go. There we go. We got it. Finally. Okay, nice. Okay, so the reason we've been working on this is that was actually an issue. I should have found that earlier. How much do you pay for subscriptions? I pay about, what is it, $650 a month. Okay, so let's go here now. So now we have BridgeSpace open up locally. So now I can actually show you guys what it is that I've been working on. So I have a really cool feature that I do want to show you guys. So check this out. So I am building this logic called Bridgeswarm. So with Bridgeswarm, basically, like, you're able to launch swarms of AI agents that are all able to work together and communicate with one another. So this is something that I was introducing yesterday, but this is going to be a feature in the next version of BridgeSpace. We're going to be working on this a little bit today. It is up on our goal list. And what you can do, basically, is you can launch swarms of AI agents that are able to work together. So one of them could be a reviewer. I need you to review the BridgeMind API and identify any security vulnerabilities. We're going to do auto approve. We're then going to add another agent. This agent can be a Codex agent. Actually, let's make a Claude agent as well. And then this one can be the builder. I want you to fix any vulnerabilities that are given to you and sent to you by the reviewer. And then we'll auto approve. And basically these agents will be able to work together to be able to do things, right? So we're using hooks and we're using, what the crap is CodeBuff? It's basically a new, it's like this new coding agent that is supposed to be better than Claude Code. So you guys can see that now we launched two of these agents, and they work together in a swarm. Okay, so I was working on their abilities to talk to one another. That's what I was working the last time I was working on this, but we're gonna perfect this, and I'll show you guys how this works. Also, because you asked me what CodeBuff was, so here's CodeBuff. So we are gonna be testing this. I'm probably gonna make a video on it. But yeah, better agents, better code. So this is the buff bench. So apparently it's better than Claude Code. So we're going to give this a test, but we'll see here. But yeah, so no way. This is so cool. So it literally used Snitch just out of the box. That's actually awesome. So look at this. So I said, I need you to review the BridgeMind API and identify any security vulnerabilities, and it said, yeah, like, let's use Snitch. So it just loaded Snitch automatically. If you want real logs instead of console spam to catch errors, use something like Pino or Sentry. Yeah, I do have Sentry set up. ViewCreator features. Yeah, so let's go over here and let's start like working on these ViewCreator features. So for example, like, a lot of these can go another VS Code 4. Yeah, CodeBuff has insane pricing. Yeah, it's super expensive, but we are going to be testing it. Also, let's check how many likes are we at, because basically, like, if you guys missed the start of the stream, I'm going to be refocusing a little bit content on vibe coding. You know, I think I want to get a little bit away from, I don't know how to describe it, but, you know, I want, you know, BridgeMind at this point is, like, basically a very It's like the home of the vibe coding movement. If you guys remember, like, hey, when the models came out, like GPT 5.3 and Opus 4.6, literally we had 1,300 people in the stream. And I think that that's a very telltale sign, right? Like, hey, where do people go when they're trying to learn about a good model? They come to BridgeMind because they know that that's what we're all about. So I think that we're in a great position, and we just need to continue on that path. And I don't want to get distracted. Okay, so here is the plan that it came up with. So yeah, so it is a JSON format here. Recommended solution: adopt a single canonical JSON theme format, JSON schema, and make UI terminal editor derived from that one source at runtime or generated build. Okay, is this a best practice, or what do you recommend us do for themes here? All right, guys. While this runs, I am gonna go grab some water. I don't have any water here, so let me just run and grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. Here. All right, guys, I'm back. Come lie down. Here, lie down. All right, we're back. Titan was literally waiting for me to come back. Did you guys see that? Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so yes, this is the best practice for your app. Use a single canonical JSON theme modal. Yeah, so this is, you currently have duplicated theme definitions in multiple files, which is fragile. Okay, perfect. Okay, great work. I now need you to build a structured plan and then implement that plan to refactor our theming to this new approach. All right, cool. Thank you, Kara, appreciate it. Okay, so let's go over here and let's check this out. So we do have the ability to, like, what does this do? Okay, nothing. So can you stop these agents? Okay, so guys, I have an interesting idea here. All right, BridgeSpace, Tari. I need to differentiate a workspace from a swarm. The styling needs to be completely different. When creating a workspace, you basically have the terminal pane layout, but when creating a swarm, users shouldn't even have to see the Claude Code terminals unless they really like click on them to view them. A swarm, there needs to be like a really cool user interface for a swarm that essentially shows graphics of the agents all working and where they're working and why. So, for example, right now, you launch a workspace and then you can launch a swarm in that workspace where you can see the Claude Code terminals just like a normal workspace would. There's not a huge differentiation. But what I want to do is I want to be able to build a very key difference between a swarm workspace and then a normal default workspace like we have now. Bridge swarms should be different. When I first launched BridgeSpace, there should be a quick action button called Create Swarm. And then with swarms, it should basically be an animated screen. You need to come up with this yourself, but the view of the swarm panes should be completely different. It should show some graphic of the swarm working and where it's working and allow users to be able to click into it to see what the agents are working on. But remember that swarms need to be able to communicate with one another, and right now our current approach is completely incorrect. Review the current functionality of swarms, how they're integrated into the application, and help me come up with a new way of doing this, which basically makes it so that I can create swarms that are different than workspaces. All right, guys, so we're going to be creating the concept of swarms. Yep. Drew said, oh, the BridgeSpace icon looks so sick. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Speaking of which, let's actually drop in the BridgeMind UI and drop in BridgeSpace Tari. And let's do, I want you to take a look at the new icon for BridgeSpace Tari, and then I want you to take a look at the BridgeSpace page on the BridgeMind website, and I need you to somehow integrate the BridgeSpace icon into the BridgeMind UI website so that people can recognize it and it's in there somewhere. Create a structured plan for this and show me your plan of where you will integrate this SVG icon and how you will do so, and I'll approve it. How do they talk to each other? So you guys, we're gonna be working on this today. I'll get into that in a minute, and yeah, like this is where we're kind of gonna start to like take things off, is that, hey, like we need to be able to create agent swarms, and with BridgeSpace, you're gonna be able to do that easily, and you guys are gonna see me build that out today. So this is called Bridgeswarm. Right now, this is the local version, so this is how it works right now. We're having issues with their abilities to be able to communicate, but like this here, for example, like this one here, were these communicating with one another, or like, so it said read one file, right? So what file did it read? So see, this is the issue that you get when you're developing. So Lakshman, so this is not Warp. This is BridgeSpace. Yeah. So you guys are gonna see this change, and this is the problem, is that whenever I'm using BridgeSpace, I can't actually like do much coding while I'm using it, like because it'll just refresh like that. What did you build? App or website? Yeah, don't spam the chat, guys. But yeah, so what we've built is we've built a suite of vibe coding tools, and we're now up to, we're getting up to, I think that by the end of today, we'll be at 1,500 MRR. And our goals now, for us to be able to achieve and like get significant investor funding, I think we're going to have to get to these goals. We're going to have to get to $10,000 MRR. We're going to have to get to 100,000 subscribers. We're going to have to get to 10,000 members in the Discord community, and we're going to have to get to 30,000 followers on X. And we're going to need to use ViewCreator and build a clipping system to be able to do that. But right now, what we're working on is we're working on BridgeSpace. So here is the plan that's now been built out. So this is what's going to be built. So there's the workspace tab, but now there needs to be, look at this, full animated agent visualization. I think that if you can show people how to do things, right? That is like a big thing. Showing is better than telling. So if we can come up with a really good way to be able to like show people like, hey, we just built agent swarms in BridgeSpace and here's how it works, that's going to be really, really useful. Okay, great work. I now need you to create a structured plan for this and build this out. And I'm using Sonnet 4.6 with this. This is one very interesting thing to note, guys, is that if we go over to, it's called the BS bench right here. So this here, BS V2 Explorer. So if we go here, right? So this is actually a really interesting benchmark. I don't know if you guys know about this. Where do I make these good animations? I actually used them using Gemini 3.1 Pro. So if you guys look at this, this is the BS V2 bench, and Sonnet 4.6 literally ranks at the top. So this is a benchmark where basically like it gives the AIs like nonsensical prompts, and it'll either offer clear pushback, partial challenge, or accept the nonsense, right? So this Sonnet model, it's having none of it, 3%. And you'll see like even like Opus 3% as well. These Sonnet models and Opus models are very good at rejecting nonsensical requests. They're smart. So that's one very important thing to note. It looks like these two agents are working. But let's actually start to, well, like, let's see if we, do we fix that issue with the WebGL rendering issue? Let's check this out. So let's launch, let's open up desktop. And we actually don't need to do too much here, but let's launch desktop and let's launch 12 Claude instances. Actually, let's launch 16 of them. And let's see how this works. It should no longer have that styling issue. We'll see here though. What is the BS bench on? I haven't had time to check it out yet. Yeah, so it's actually a really good benchmark because what it does, let's test this real quick. It's gonna launch 16 terminals, and I just wanna make sure that this doesn't have styling issues. Perfect, let's go. Nice. Sick. Wow. The styling looks really good on this, guys. What did we do? The styling looks freaking amazing. Perfect. So the BS bench, so just back to that to cover it a little bit, it's like it gives the models ridiculous prompts, and based on if the model accepts the prompt or rejects it, it'll score it, right? So you can see like, hey, Gemini models will only offer pushback 31% of the time. 46% of the time, it's literally going to be like, yeah, like, it'll accept nonsensical prompts, where that's like one thing that I do see is it's like, okay, like with, in the future, hey, if you can build a system that's able to like make it so that you're like, it's impossible to have like people that are just like stupid, if that makes sense. Like literally you can give things prompts and it's just able to pick up on like, okay, I know what this person's trying to say and like, here's what I need to do. Border colors. Dizzy, what do you mean border colors? Also, let's check on the theme. So these are the new, this is the new theme update. Wow. So we just totally changed all the themes, guys, and these actually look a lot better. These themes here. All right, these look a lot better, chat. And these were the JSON themes. So let's make it so, would you make it so that users are able to basically like easily create their own themes and not literally like do it in like write JSON, but actually like have there be some type of wizard to create their own themes? I just received my MacBook M5 Pro today. My iOS, I can't wait to start vibe coding. Let's go, man. That's an exciting day. I know how that feels. New hardware is always great. All right. All right, so this is looking a lot better, chat. Yeah, this is looking a lot better. But remember, we're gonna create the ability to basically like create these swarms. I do want to do something real quick. I don't like how when you do a new workspace, I'm gonna change up the logic here, chat. So this is gonna reload because we're building functionality here. So there's a bunch of updates that are going in, so you guys are going to see this, and this is why we had to figure out how to do this correctly. But like what I want to do is, I don't want to do this new workspace thing anymore. We're going to change this, okay? Add font change. You don't like the font? No, VHS, so that's actually a good question. He said, if BridgeSpace is good, why do you still use Warp? I deleted Warp last week. We got to a stable release of BridgeSpace on macOS, so I no longer use Warp. I literally deleted it. So if you missed that stream, I think it was in day 140 is when I actually literally just deleted Warp. So that's a great question. We didn't have BridgeSpace stable on Mac, but it is now stable on Mac. So I actually did delete Warp completely. But with that being said, I do want to go over here, chat, and I want to launch this, and I want to, let's use Opus real quick, because this is going to be a little bit of a complex thing that we're going to do. So I'm going to drop in BridgeSpace here, and what I want to do is I want to make it so that when users do Command T, like look what it did, look, the current functionality, Command T, you get this new workspace and it's like this wizard, right? I actually don't like that. Super Combo said, what about the Windows users? We need some love too. I know, man. That's what I'm going to be working on that today. I do have everything set up on my Windows computer so I can work through some of those bugs. But I do want to have some fun building here just at the start of the stream to kind of build some of this stuff out. I want you to review the logic associated with opening up a new workspace. Right now, when I click that plus tab where I do Command T, it opens up the wizard to allow me to create a new workspace. I actually want to change this so that that wizard gets removed. So when somebody does plus or Command T for a new workspace, it should immediately open up a new workspace, but it should just open up a workspace that doesn't have any terminals or panes opened up in it yet. It should then allow them, once they're on that new workspace, to be able to select those options there in that new workspace. By default, it should just name the workspace like workspace 1, workspace 2, or workspace 3 by default, but we should no longer have that modal just because it's a little bit distracting. And there should be like quick actions that allow people to do presets instead of, it just is not user-friendly to have that wizard. So rethink the approach here and update the code respectively so that it does this. So that's going to update the functionality there. What CLI tool do you think is the best? I use OpenCode. Is there any that are better than OpenCode? 100%. I mean, I think that the best CLI tool, it's gonna be hard to beat, is Claude Code. You're gonna have a hard time beating Claude Code, but I think that Codex is pretty close. We could get a new model from GPT here soon, or from OpenAI. Mac and Windows are different app systems as well. A app can work 100% fine in Mac, but completely break in Windows, yeah. And I think that that is the case. So while we're doing this, I am going to be wanting to, like, yeah, I mean, it's just that, like, I am on my Mac right now, so we'll do a build out on the Mac right now, and then we'll go back. Okay, so it looks like this is done, too, for the theming. So let's go over here and see if that's built. So now, open wizard. So now, I don't like this. That's so, nah, I don't like that. Maybe we don't need custom themes, guys. Honestly. Custom themes may not be the move. Unless, like, people really want the custom themes. Yeah, so I actually did see that issue as well. Let me see what's causing that. I'm talking to Miscalus. Shout out to you. Thank you for downloading BridgeSpace. So let's actually address that. I did see that issue myself. So let's drop in BridgeSpace, Tari. So I'm literally gonna, and this is the great thing about, building in public, is I'm literally gonna drop your bug report in, and we're gonna be able to solve this together. I tried GPT 5.4 on LM Arena and it's still bad at UI. Look at what users are reporting as it relates to BridgeSpace. Would you identify why this is happening and make sure that there is the drag and drop into the applications directory, respectively? Can you add an option to select multiple inputs in BridgeVoice? What do you mean multiple inputs? What's up, Kerr? Am I delegating everything to AI? Yes, I am, yes. Alright, also, let's start taking a look at some of the bug reports that we got, chat. So as you guys know, we currently do have a bug bounty program. I haven't had, because I've been sick, I haven't had a great opportunity to be able to look at these bugs. But let's take a look at them now, chat. Oh, I still have that issue. Okay. Alright, hold on, guys. Inside of the BridgeMind admin dashboard, I am unable to click any links in the sidebar. Would you review and figure out exactly why this is happening? I literally can't navigate anywhere in the site. Alright, let's submit this. That's an issue, obviously. Okay, so this is updating this. Also, this one here. So there's now going to be a swarm agent node, which is perfect. So it's going to create nodes for this. Alright, super combo. I won't. Yeah, so here is the new theme. So, Kerr, I did update it to use the JSON as you recommended. So this is now JSON. I don't know how I feel about having people, like, create their own custom. I mean, if there's a way for that to look good, but, like, this is, like, kind of funky. Great work, but the themes that we currently have inside of BridgeMind aren't great, or BridgeSpace. It just... some of them have like conflicting hex colors. Would you do a deep dive? Maybe you could also search the internet for out-of-the-box JSON themes that we could use for BridgeMind. I just don't like the ones that we've built custom. All right, let's test this. So we have 3 agents running for us, actually 4. So we're starting to get into the flow state, guys. Starting to be a little bit better here. Actually, I have 5 because I have one working over here too. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to have these drop in here in a second. We have these 2 are really important. So this one here is working on the swarms. And then this one here is working on basically the new flow for creating a new workspace, okay? Yeah, I saw it. Super combo. Thank you. Can you imagine in the next year a new vibe coding IDE or CLI that will be huge and dominate the market? I mean, I think that there's going to be an evolution of these tools. I think that, like, this is where we're at right now. If you look a year ago, you couldn't even like really imagine where we'd be at today, right? It's like we've been able to accomplish just a ton in such a short amount of time. All right, these 2 agents are important, but they're almost done. This one's searching the web for some better theming. Also, like, let's start looking at some of these bugs, chat. So we're gonna get some more agents running for us now. I am gonna launch, what is it? It's the bug bounty submissions. So let's just go to this page here. So here we have submissions for the bug bounty, guys. So check this out. So we have 20 submissions here. So let's check this out. Let's see what people are experiencing here. I already fixed that one. So for example, I'm pretty sure this will work, right? So let's see if this works. So this was one. So I'm going to set this one to accepted. I'm going to give him a $1 reward here. And I'm just going to say good work. So this should work, right? Is that going to accept that? All right, cool. Yeah, so this person was just awarded $1 for submitting this bug. And I'm pretty sure now that it's been accepted, if you go over to BridgeMind and you go to learn more, is he going to be on the leaderboard? So the leaderboard doesn't work. Okay, let's check this out. Let's launch another agent here. I'm going to clear this one. Oh, whoa. Okay, we'll use medium effort. I want you to take a look at the functionality related to the leaderboard of the bug bounty event and make sure that as users are... Right now, I just accepted and... Hold on. What was this one working on again? Oh, no, yeah. All right, hold on. Okay, I want you to look at that functionality related to this. Okay, let's move this one over here. And this is the great part about this in general, is that just move this to new workspace here. Yes, proceed. All right, we'll go over here. Okay, I want you to take a look at the functionality related to the leaderboard of the bug bounty event and make sure that as users are right now. Okay, hold on. I messed this up. Right now, the leaderboard functionality does not work as intended. For example, I just accepted and awarded the first bug that was found, and I don't see anybody on the leaderboard. The leaderboard should basically rank the people that are in the bug bounty event and who's earned the most. What's your system configuration? Wait, hold on. I could have done a better job with the context engineering. So, like, one reason I just stopped this one, and the reason that I stopped it is because context engineering is very important, so you need to make sure that you do drop in you know, the repos or the context that's needed to be able to complete something. So if I didn't drop that in, it would definitely have an issue with being able to perform that. So here's the API. We're going to drop that in, and we're going to also drop in the BridgeMind UI. And there we go. So that'll actually be able to fix that now. All right, what's chat doing? How do you prevent agents overwriting, working with the same files, and changing each other's edits? You can use work trees for that, or you can just be really good at being able to you know, manage your agents well. It is a skill for sure. Use a pack strategy, not import everything. So start with 12 high quality presets from proven families. Okay, create a structured plan and then begin implementing the best theming system possible. Multi-AGI multitasking system OS, yeah, 100%. Okay, this looks like it's done. This says that it's done. So, oh yeah, there we go, chat. So now we can do create swarm. This is gonna change, but okay, this is much better, chat. So before, when we clicked new workspace, basically what it did is it had like a modal, which was just like not great, but now it's just gonna be a quick wizard, right? So I can just do boom on it. This has got issues though. Okay, this isn't quite how I wanted it. This is not quite how I wanted it. It should basically be a wizard where, for example, the user is able to select how many panes they want, and then it goes to the next step, which is which agent they want to launch and how many of that particular agent they want to launch, similar to what we had with that modal, but just built into the workspace page, respectively. Okay, so let's see if that's able to integrate what we wanted. This one did compact, which sucks because, you know, it's not going to have as good as performance now that it's compacted. It's going to be hallucinating all over the place. Is making your own LLM anything you might look into in the future? No, definitely not. Root cause. Okay, hold on here, chat. All right, we have another bug here. It's been submitted. All right, I'm gonna close this one. It's not needed anymore. Let's launch Claude here, and I'm gonna have it in Opus. Review the bug report that has been submitted and identify if this is valid and if anything needs to be updated, then create a structured plan respectively to fix this. All right, guys, 200 likes, we are going to be testing Code Buff. So if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. What's the playlist? I can get it for you. Just give me 1 second. All right, let me close out some of these tabs. Alright, I did find it. Alright, here's the playlist. Here you go, man. What about fine-tuning a model? BridgeMind 1 Pro. Yeah. I mean, maybe if once we get like a bunch of, VC money, we could do that. But honestly, not really interested anytime soon. Also, guys, Nightbot did just post a link to the Discord community. I want to give a quick shout out to newly joined members of the BridgeMind Discord community. Let's pull this up here. Shout out to Bum, Zor, shout out to Yusuf, shout out to Michael, shout out to Andres, shout out to Yang, shout out to Lus, shout out to Joda, shout out to Peppies, shout out to you guys. Thank you for joining the BridgeMind Discord community. If you guys are not aware, BridgeMind is the fastest growing vibe coding community on the internet. It's basically the home of the vibe coding movement. This is a massive community full of people that are all serious builders and on the cutting edge of the vibe coding, agentic coding frontier. So if you guys haven't already joined the community, make sure you do so. Yes, first create a structured plan and make sure that you do not break any functionality by building this. Yeah, Bridgespace will blow up. Yes, probably. Right now, honestly, the tool that I feel the best about is definitely Bridgespace. Once we build out agent swarms and whatnot, I think that it's going to do a really good job. Really excited for that. Okay, now there we go. Okay, so we can do... Okay, let's fix this real quick. But new workspace. So now this is built in. This is much better than what we had before. I don't know how I feel about, the directory being chosen, right? Yeah, you still can't choose the coding agent. That's still missing. I think that it's not done updating yet, so let's let it finish updating first. You can also create an account for your bots so they can fork repos, then merge them into your forks. Your bots checking in code as you... but you can commit... okay. Choose between different input devices like a headset mic or the MacBook mic on BridgeVoice. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. How much did I spend on LLM models for $42,000 in revenue just to get an estimate? I know that as you progress, you optimize the cost more and more. Yeah, so, I mean, like, really all you need is, like, honestly, you just need a Mac subscription to, like, Claude Code. That's going to do really well. I go a little bit overboard just because, like I said at the start of the stream, BridgeMind is basically the home of the vibe coding movement. And, because I create the content and whatnot, it makes sense financially for me to be able to buy all the max plans, to have no limits, right? And that's why I'm so thankful to you guys, where it's like, hey, you guys have put me in a position where I'm like, yeah, I'll just, buy all the max plans, not because I need it, but more so because, like, hey, why not, right? Like, hey, I literally have, that's my full-time job. Like, if I want to be up to date, review this issue and fix it. If I want to be up to date with the best models and be able to use, I can't have any limitations. No limitations. You will be able to use Bridgespace to code a mobile game 100%. Yes. So, like, yeah, the way that I see it, and I made a video on this, but, like, I do have a new growth strategy that you guys are going to see me implement today, is that clipping. Like, if we want to get to 100,000 subscribers, if we want to get to $10,000 a month in MRR, we need to take BridgeMind to the next level. And the way to do that is automated clipping with ViewCreator. That is the answer to taking us to the next level, and I know that we can get there. So that's definitely a big goal on my list, is like, hey, we need to take this to the next level. You guys are going to be able to see that journey, and I'm excited for it, that's for sure. All right, so this looks good. So this just fixed that Vite overlay issue. What's going on here? Let's pull this up real quick. So what's going on? Oh, whoa. now I have an issue where Bridgespace is literally just a black screen. Why is this happening? Yes, see this? That it's just black? That's new. Can you build an intent diary? It would log the intent behind code changes in a vibe log for easier context recovery. Could you add this feature? Potentially, I'll look into it, yes. All right. Be concise and help me understand why we had to implement this. All right, so this person just submitted another bug. He's gonna get another $1 for that bug. Shout out to, hold up here. Let's see, 1 cent. I need to improve the UI for this, but we're gonna do, he's gonna get $1. Whoa, why is it? All right, not 1 cent. We're not gonna give you 1 cent, dude, but there you go, $1. All right, so he's gonna get another $1 for this. Good work. I'm gonna change that to accepted. Nice find, but there's plenty more bugs for us to get through. Sign-in page not working. Let's see what this person was experiencing. We have a lot of improvements that we need to make. An MP4 here. Okay, we'll take a look at this. Okay, all right, is this now gonna... Okay, perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, so what we did is we actually imported a new styling pack. Wow, we changed the styling a lot. Okay, wait, this is not launching the agents. I still never get the option to choose which agent I want. Fix this. I never get asked whether it's Claude or OpenCode or Codex or Gemini. Implement this functionality as well. It's very important, and you removed it. Do I use AI to help you code? Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think? I use AI to help me code? All right, so this is now done. So this is the new swarm functionality. So we're gonna do Control T here. And really what it should be is, like, when I do Control T, it should ask me if I want to do a swarm, like, immediately. So there's a couple things that we're gonna have to fix here. Let's let this one fix, and then we'll implement this. Great work, but I see all of the same themes. Why did you not change any of the themes? They're all the same. I wanted you to import some theme library that implements with our current application instead of using the existing themes that we had, which aren't that good. Yeah, imagine using AI to help write code. That'd be crazy. All right, Super Combo said I submitted a new bug. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, here is Super Combo's bug. Upload a PDF to bug bounty. I like it, Super Combo. Super Combo said he cannot upload a PDF. Okay. Would you make it so that users can upload PDFs for bug bounties? Well, the thing is, I don't really want PDFs, though, because I don't want to be... I mean, we'll make it possible, but... Great work. Would you now allow users to be able to select between whether or not they want to build a new workspace or if they want to launch an agent swarm, as these two are very different? That should technically be the first step when creating a new, like when setting up a new workspace, is they should be able to select between workspace and swarm. 1 cent. 1 cent. I don't know. I can't do Super Combo Gamer like that. He's been very helpful. Also, guys, we did just pass 200 likes, so we are gonna give CodeBuff a shot here. I definitely want to try it out. So if you guys don't know CodeBuff, so CodeBuff, higher quality output in 100+ seconds faster than Claude Code. So let me download this. Let me use the restroom real quick, and then we're gonna test this out. Thank you guys for 200 likes. Also, I'm gonna set a new like goal. What would you guys like me to test out next? Because we're gonna test this. Apparently, it's supposed to be like better than Claude Code. It literally says, I don't know, buff bench somehow is better than Claude Code. So we're going to check this out. I'm pretty sure it's expensive. So it's $100 per month minimum. So I'm gonna drop the cash. I'll make a video on it, but we're also gonna test this live on stream. So if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also join the Discord, but we're gonna drop $100 here in a second. I'm just gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna test this out. Shout out to Super Combo Gamer for the recommendation. Guys, Titan's so patient. He's such a good boy. So good. All right. Hey, 500 likes. We push that monitor a little further up on the desk. Yeah, 100%. That's funny. Okay. Also, any suggestions for... Cursor just released something. Hopefully it released an update to fix the fact that it crashes like ever so often. Cursor automations to build always-on agents? What the heck? Automations. Cursor can now continuously monitor and improve your code base. Automations run based on triggers and instructions you define. Oh, wow. So look, you could literally have bug reports in an automation. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, chat. So code buff. Let's check this out. So we are gonna have to drop some money here on it, but I think it's worth it. So code buff. Let's test this out. Let's go over to BridgeSpace and launch a. What's he even trying to do here? All right. All right. So let's oh, this is. All right. So let's close this one here, and we're just gonna install code buff here, and I think I'm gonna have to drop $100. But we're going to test this. You should test it without paying first and only pay when you hit their limit. Oh, okay. So what do I do to launch this? Just run code buff? All right, starting code buff. All right, so this is what code buff looks like, chat. Let me authenticate real quick. So apparently this is supposed to be better than Claude Code. It just had me authenticate with GitHub. All right, login successful. All right, so let's now go back, return to the terminal. So here's code buff. Here's what it looks like. Code buff will run commands on your behalf. So what do I have here? What are the slash commands that I have? Let's check it out. Refer friends for 500 bonus credits. I mean, shoot, let's do that. All right, if you guys want to, we'll both earn 500 credits. So if you guys want to test this out with me, we'll all earn 500 credits. And also, just as a reminder, chat, I am using BridgeSpace right now. This is one of the, like, literally, you guys are watching me build the product that I'm building using the product that I'm building, okay? So if you guys are interested in vibe coding with BridgeSpace, you can go to BridgeMind.ai, and right now, you can get it for 50% off, only $10 a month. So what's up with this? Is this, have I tried any open source CLI before? I have not. Like, I use OpenCode, yes, OpenCode. All right, what's going on here? Apparently, they don't have my referral link. They knew. They're like, it'll be too many. Refer friends. Loading referral link. What the heck? I guess I don't have a referral link, chat. What about model? Switch to free mode? How do I even use this, chat? If I just drop in BridgeMind API? Review this in depth. What are your thoughts on the project? Do not... I mean, I don't feel like you can really,
do they say is better about this? Is it faster? Hold on, let me see this here. Hold on. I'll go back here so you guys can watch it. Oh, whoa. File picker. Find the main Nest.js application, find database. So this just basically launched, whoa, that's cool. So you can like open these up and collapse them. Cool. All right. Okay, so, I mean, this is just a normal CLI, is it not? It uses sub-agents, yes. Free mode will be Kimi models, etc. Okay, good to know. You want max mode, so it uses Opus and 5.3. Okay. How many, let me see, is this trending? Let me look it up on vidIQ, and we can see how, are people, like, really, is this a new thing that people are using? I'll find out here in a second. Would you write a handoff prompt to Gemini 3.1 about what you have done, and then prompt Gemini 3.1 Pro to be able to improve the styling and make it more modern and professional? All right, so we're gonna write a handoff prompt here. This one is, it says the theme is now updated. This here, we're gonna be able to check a lot here, but yeah, I mean, here's code buff. I mean, we can use it. It's slow. I mean, I don't even know what, hold up. Super Combo said he sent me a DM. Let me check this DM real quick. Super Combo's legit. He's certified. Yeah, so, like, here is what people say about code buff. So, apparently, state-of-the-art coding agent evolution using generated workflows and judging from open source repositories. So, apparently, it's better than Claude. But I do want to look it up, like, is code buff... Like, this is a tool that you can use to be able to, like, find out if things are trending, right? So, like, for example, you can look up vibe coding, and, hey, how well is vibe coding doing? 1.2 million in search volume, literally absolutely pumping, right? So, let's look up code buff. Is this something that people are using and searching? Let's see if it's trending. It's not a ton. Because, look, 20,000 search. If you compare that to Claude Code, probably over a million. Yeah, 4.8 million, geez. That's insane. That is insane. Wow. Alright, yeah, it is a little bit slow, but we also don't even, I'm not even paying for this. What do I use for voice to text? I use BridgeVoice, so that's one of the products that I've built, BridgeVoice. I've transcribed over 35,000 words on BridgeVoice. It runs totally local. Security posture. I mean, I'm not really seeing any difference with this CLI than anything else, right? It's like, I mean, it's like ranking my code base. I don't know. It definitely does operate a little bit differently. Testing coverage. Python said, I feel the same way. I'm at my Mac minimum 12 hours a day. Why do I never hear about this and I'm chronically online? This looks not good at all, and the pricing is, yeah, definitely. The pricing is bad, yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really, it's not very good. I mean, it's just interesting that they literally just have a graph that says it's better than Claude Code. I don't know if that's legit. I am new here. One question, how do you find clients and how do you justify the price you tell them? How do I find clients? You're looking at it. You're watching how I find clients. The best way for marketing is, in my opinion, building in public. It's a very good way to do it for free. Okay, what did it found an issue though? Okay, so strongest aspect, it says security posture, defense in-depth, SWE aware, race condition safe. This is a production grade security many larger companies don't achieve. That's what it said about my security posture. Now, weakest aspect is service decomposition and API documentation. Splitting the two largest services and adding Swagger would significantly improve maintainability and developer experience. Split Stripe service. Oh, that's interesting. It wants me to split this just because, what, it's long? Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, Rec Merz, and this is the stuff that you got to deal with, guys, so I'll just read this because it's, like, laughable, right? So this guy in chat, he said, you're never going to make it. You're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. Yeah, so, like, stuff like that, you can basically just, like, not even pay attention to. I think that, like, one thing that, like, scares a lot of people off from building in public is, like, stuff that, like, oh, like, what are people going to say about me? What are they going to think about me? And, like, here's the thing.
like, I don't care what people say or think about me. Like, I know where I'm at. I know where BridgeMind is positioned. I know how the company is doing. And yeah, like, there's like, that's the worst. Like, that's the worst that's gonna happen. Like, literally, it's crazy. I mean, I'll have like thousands and thousands of visits to the website because I'm building in public. I have 367 people watching live right now on YouTube, and you have haters in the chat that just hate on you. And it's like, don't even worry about that stuff, guys. You know, I think that's just a good example. It's like laughable. Also, guys, all right. Yeah, wait, they have ads in their CLI? No way. You're right. Look at this, guys. They have ads in their CLI. Automate alert investigations, reduce MTTR, share findings in Slack, GitHub, Jira, try now, edgedive.com. They hit us with an ad. Yeah, 100% Kane Dev. Very well said. Schofield said you can add military-grade encryption to your site. All you have to do is tell Claude to add it, and it will do it. That's awesome. Wow, so it's literally giving us ads right now, guys. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think that it was that good. How do I can't even tell what model it's using. So switch to max mode. A structured plan and handoff prompt to another AI about what should be done to improve the API based off of your suggestions. All right, so let's check this out. Okay, so somebody in chat said, what are you building? I just joined, I'm curious. Yeah, so great question. So what we're building right now, you are literally looking at it. So do you see this? It's called an ADE, and this is an agent development environment. I also built a voice-to-text tool called BridgeVoice. And these basically are all sold under a single subscription on BridgeMind.ai. And BridgeSpace, like, we're literally working on it right now. So one thing that we're working on right now is we can now create agent swarms. So check this out, chat. So literally what you're going to be able to do is it says create agent bridge swarm. So it's called a bridge swarm is what this is called. And literally you can name the swarm. So let's do API line. It's updating. So that's the biggest issue that we're going to have is that this is like actively updating. Let's just do API security, right? And we're going to put this in. Let's go to the desktop and let's go to BridgeMind and let's go to the API. And this is the first test that we're going to be doing. Wait, no, that's not the correct project. Let's go down here. And then we're going to give this swarm a goal. I want you to do an in-depth review of the API and significantly improve the security. First, just review the project and identify any vulnerabilities first. Okay, and then you go to configure agents, and this is where you're actually able to configure your agents. So we have a coordinator, you have a builder, and I actually want to change this up. I want to do a reviewer and then a builder, okay? And we're going to use Claude agents for all these, but this is the first test that we're going to be doing. So let's now launch the swarm, and we'll be able to see these as these spawn in. And remember, we just started to kind of build this out, and we're building this out with a new UI because I think that in a lot of cases you have to show, not tell. So if we can really improve the UI of this and we can really make it so that this works well, I think that we're going to be better off. So let's see here. It's idle for 19 seconds. Let's see if it launches some of the agents here. I'm getting a 403 error. With what? Satyan, what's up? How's it going? A 403 error with what? A 403 error is, like, what are you having a 403 error? A 403 error, you being in it because you don't have a pro subscription. If you just downloaded BridgeSpace and you don't have a pro subscription, you're going to get an error, okay? But where did you get the 403 error? Just because I'm curious, Jonas. The website is not down. It's working great. I'm using it right now. All right. But yeah, you'll get a 403 error if you don't have a pro subscription, though. But I am curious where you're getting that. Okay, so this that you guys are seeing, like, this is the difference between a bridge swarm, which is what we're calling it. So you have the option to either create a workspace or an agent swarm. So basically, like, we're going to do a workspace, and then once you're here, you can select between, like, how many terminals you want to build, and then you can select the directory. So I'm going to go to BridgeMind API. We do need to fix this because it's not allowing us to select how many agents I actually want. But it's still, after I select the directory, it's launching the terminals immediately. It doesn't give me the option to be able to create or select the coding agents that I want to launch and how many. Jonas said it's working. Okay, thank you. I don't mind paying for mentoring. So, like,
I was talking about this a little bit at the start of the stream, but like, you know, what I'm really passionate about, guys, is I'm passionate about building, and I'm passionate about creating things, and I'm passionate about entrepreneurship. I'm not passionate about like content creation, but the thing is that content creation is like a necessary evil. If you want to be successful in 2026, you're gonna have to like really understand how to create like viral content, right? And that's what I was talking about at the start of this stream, is I just was kind of like, you know, talking to everybody about like, hey, I want to refocus BridgeMind on what we're good at, right? Like, I don't want to get distracted being like, okay, like we're going to do 1,000 push-ups on this stream and like doing so many push-ups and be all like, you know, oh, now we're doing a cold plunge. It's like, let's refocus a little bit. And the push-ups aren't going away. The cold plunges aren't going away. But you are going to see less of that because really what I care about is building, okay? Okay, so look at what CodeBuff is doing. It's saying accelerating your API improvements with, oh my gosh. It literally hit me with another ad, chat. Oh my gosh, ads. That's crazy. What is your Mac model? How many unified memory? I have 96 gigs unified memory. It's this M3 Ultra right here that you guys can see. That one. And then I also have a Windows computer right here that's hooked up to a whatever this is, a ultra-wide monitor that's about to fall off the desk. That'll be a crazy clip. Okay, so it says that this is now working. So let's go over here. I do want to drop in. It looks like this never did launch. So let's drop this screenshot. Take a look at the functionality related to launching the agent swarms. Note that it never did launch the agents. Look at the screenshot. It never launched them. Review and pinpoint why it never launched them, and then update accordingly so that it does launch the agents and I can see them as their nodes. Okay, Harsted, I am new to this channel. Can you explain what are you building or related to this? Yes, you can go to BridgeMind.ai, but also like you're literally looking at what we're building. So it says that the build is clean. Let's test that flow now. So if I do Control T, instead of it showing like an ugly modal, now it's like just an embedded page, right? So now if I want to do an agent swarm, I want to do the same thing for an agent swarm, right? Like I just don't really like these modals that it's offering. CodeBuff is like a fully complete implementation of Claude Code Teams. Okay, good to know. What's my app? You guys are looking at it. You guys are literally looking at it. This is, yeah, I think BridgeSpace is probably like gonna perform the best out of all the, you know, everything. But yeah, this is still the issue. What the heck? There we go. But it doesn't change. It doesn't change the directory. When I select the directory, it doesn't change it to the... Let's fix that real quick. When I select the directory, it doesn't update to that directory. It would be nice if it did. In the UI, after I actually select the directory, ensure that it actually shows that particular directory that it's going to open up all the agents in. Please organize your Mac doc. Yeah, I need to do that. All right, let's guys, let's set a like goal. Like goal is gonna equal 400 likes, and it's just gonna be a goal. If you guys want to like the video, like the video. If you don't want to, then don't. You know, I think that, like, for me, like I said at the start, I don't want to get too distracted with like, oh, then we're gonna do this or that. I just think that, like, hey, I want to refocus on what I love most, and I don't want to be like performing or entertaining. I want to build, right? And I think that that's what matters for me, is like, hey, building. And if you guys support that, and if you guys, you know, like that, you know, just drop a like. It does support, but it's like, yeah, I mean, how can I get into contact with you directly? You can join the Discord. I do try and answer all my Discords. Here's one thing though that's just kind of random, guys, is like, as I get older, you know, I'm 23 years old, but there's things that are happening in my personal life that like are like, I think that when you're 23, you know, you start to branch out a little bit, and things become more important for sure. Relationships are definitely one. Like, hey, I don't want to go, hold on, this doesn't work great. I have to click on the checkbox to check that particular agent. Would you revamp the styling for that so I can click anywhere related to that agent? And also, it would be nice to use the actual icon for that agent. You can find it on this page in this project. Import the icons so that for the coding agents, it actually uses the respective icons. I'm doing too much. Related to that agent. what am I doing right now? So what I'm doing right now is I'm building out the functionality for agent swarms. Let's give it a quick test, okay? So let's launch a new terminal, and you have the option to choose between a workspace or an agent swarm. So we're gonna do an agent swarm here. I'm just gonna do API, whoa. Let's do API security. Okay, hold on, there's an issue here. In the same way that you made it so that when creating a workspace, it's actually in the workspace and not a modal, would you do the same thing with the BridgeSwarm swarm creation flow? Make it a wizard. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing there, but we're gonna test the swarm functionality. What does your app do? You guys are literally looking at the app, guys. You guys are looking at what it does. It's an ADE, an agentic development environment. So if you guys are interested in vibe coding, this is the future of vibe coding. You're able to actually manage a bunch of agents simultaneously in the same workspace, okay? Also, let's see this. This is, okay, this is fixed. Oh. Did you update the code, though, so that people that are newly installing this will not have this issue? Okay, let's go over here. All right, so you can see the workspace here, one small bug. I mean, guys, I have a question. Thought it was Warp. Yeah, no, this is BridgeSpace. I deleted Warp. Okay, let's see here. Robbo said, can I ask a serious question? So if you are doing this, and I understand your knowledge in the field, but what would stop anyone else just vibe coding this rather than paying? No hate, genuine question. Yeah, I mean, like, this is actually pretty difficult to build. And I think that, like, yeah, like, people can vibe code whatever they want. You know, I think that it's like when you actually have a brand and you build something of value that people resonate with, I think, like, in a lot of cases, hey, a lot of people want to be a part of BridgeMind. And one way that you can do that is you can use BridgeMind products. And, like, they want to use the same products that I'm using. So, yes, like, theoretically, yeah, like, you could use all sorts of different products. Or you could even try to vibe code your own. But, like, that's just a question of, like, it's just like a nuanced question. I think that it's like, yeah, like if you want to go vibe code your own, like go ahead. You know, I think that a lot of people, though, they see it and it's like, yeah, you can literally download this on Mac OS right now and it works freaking amazing. This is the build right now, 1.0.38. It works great. Keith said, what's your background? Love the work that you are doing. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so my background is I started software development 3 years ago. I dropped out of Purdue University. I basically would have had a prestigious career in finance. I worked at like basically like a prestigious internship and stuff after my sophomore year. My freshman year, I had a 4.0 GPA. But really what I saw is like, I just didn't want to spend my life, you know, doing stuff that is just going to be a waste. I want to, you know, I think that like, hey, for me, when I'm doing this, right, like having your own business and being able to build something on your own, I get to wake up every day and just enjoy what I'm working on. It's just an incredible thing to be able to wake up and just be like, yeah, like today I get to build something that I care about, right? Rather than, oh, today I'm gonna, you know, go into work and I'm basically just gonna waste all my time and I'm gonna like suck up to my boss so maybe I can get a promotion and, you know, in 5 years, you know, for a goofy like 5,000 extra. It's like, I think that personally, you know, I just don't really want to, that's just not the what I wanted to do with my life, if that makes sense. So I've always been passionate about business and entrepreneurship. So my sophomore year, I taught myself how to develop, and I actually taught myself on Codecademy, and it was before the launch of ChatGPT. So when ChatGPT came out, I saw immediately that the future of software development was going to be in AI. So basically I took what I was doing by manually coding and everything that I had learned, and I started coding with AI, and I just kind of went all in on coding with AI with the assumption that eventually the AI is going to be so good that the people that can program with AI are actually going to be the most capable software developers. So that's what I've done. And what's the background music? Somebody just asked. I'll drop it in the chat. But yeah, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, you know, join the BridgeMind community, make sure you do so. There's a link to the Discord in the chat. And, you know, I think that, I mean, let's just check. Let's give a quick welcome to newly joined members of the BridgeMind Discord community. Let's give a quick shout out to newly joined members. Let's see here. So we are up to 6,577 members. Shout out to Jubers who just joined. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Ricardo. Shout out to QNton. Shout out to you guys. Super happy that you're in the community. I mean, this is literally the like BridgeMind is basically the hub of the vibe coding movement, okay? And it's because, like, yeah, I mean, like, I'll be honest, I don't care about being a content creator. I don't want to be a content creator. That's what I was talking about at the start of this stream. What's your usage? So I have a bunch of, like, max plans and pro plans, and I'm not really, like, that interested in, like, only having one plan. I have all the max plans, all the pro plans. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so now create a bridge swarm. So a bridge swarm is what we're working on right now, is this functionality to be able to create agent swarms. And this is going to be in the next version of BridgeSpace. The goal of this swarm is to identify security vulnerabilities and patch any security vulnerabilities that are identified. All right, so we're going to just name this API security here. And we're going to go next. And then we set up our agent roster. You can set up as many agents as you want. So we're going to do Claude agents. We're going to do one coordinator. We're going to do one reviewer. And then we're going to do one builder. And now we're going to launch this swarm. And we just kind of set this up. So the issue that we had was that the agents were not actually... There we go. Let's go. Let's go. There it is. Coordinator 1. All right, here we go. And now we have a reviewer running. And then a builder as well. So here we are. This is what we're looking at here, chat. So really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that people can really visualize these swarms. So like it would be really nice if there needs to be a way. Like first of all, let's use Gemini real quick because Gemini's really good. Also, why is this even still running? That is insane that this is still running. Let's launch a Gemini agent real quick. I installed BridgeVoice, but it stutters a lot. Okay, good to know. What do you mean it stutters a lot? Take a look at the screenshot here, and I don't want to use Gemini. Gemini is just not very reliable. It's not reliable. Take a look at the screenshot and help me improve the styling even more so. Make it more modern. Right now, it's not, the nodes don't look very good. Make this more modern. Also, would there be a way for us to be able to see the activity in the swarm? For example, would there be a way for us to be able to see messages in between agents and make sure that the agents are able to message one another? Review how this currently works and make sure that we can improve this in a structured way. Review the code in depth and then create a structured plan for improvements. So we're gonna create this agent swarm here. Let's just, you know, like I think a lot of people, they ask me, they're like, hey, like what coding agents do you use and why? Hold on here. I need you to now look at this screen and update it to improve it so that it doesn't hold on here. Super Combo said code buff is slowed down on the free plans so they don't tank on API costs. They run 4 to 10 agents in parallel for each task. It tanks tokens. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see how this swarm is doing here. So basically, is this one still, like I can click view here. Okay. So yeah, so I can literally view the swarm anytime I want. That's nice. So you can see that I can literally click view swarm, and I can go back to the swarm. So here's the swarm here. We definitely need to improve the styling, but at any time I can click view, and it's gonna actually pull me into the chat here to see this. So you can see swarm board. So how this works, it has a swarm board where these are able to communicate with one another. So basically these agents are referencing the swarm board that they're working with. Now, I do think that we're gonna need to make some improvements to this, but we'll see here in a minute. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking here. You look like you burn 10K of tokens. I only spend $650 a month, and the business makes a lot of money, so you know, I don't really need to worry about tokens, which is nice. Okay, let's see here. Let's so yeah, so a couple people are asking why I'm not using Gemini, and the reason I'm not a big fan of Gemini is because like it's just not very reliable. You know, there's Claude code. Claude. Sorry guys, I'm getting a call. It's a unknown number. I'll just ignore this. Don't worry about it, guys. Super Combo said on the max plan, a task that would take Claude code Opus 20 minutes takes code buff 6 minutes and has a better code output since the agent layout they use. Oh, wow. Sworn gives StarCraft Zerg vibes, yeah. So this looks better, but we can definitely improve this. Okay. Okay, begin updating the code and implementing the fixes and changes. Also note that Let's not. Only one thing at a time. One thing at a time, and inside of one conversation is usually smart. But yeah, so this looks good. Let's go. Oh my gosh. All right, chat. I'm gonna have to take this call. Hold on. I'm just gonna get spam called until I take it. So hold on. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. You guys can watch this swarm, but let me mute my mic. Give me 1 second. So annoying. All right, hold on. Hello, this is Matthew. Oh, hey, Sundar. Oh, no, no. I didn't mean to, I didn't mean that about Gemini. Listen, just slow down. Oh, 20 racks? Yeah, I'll take 20 racks. Yeah, 20 racks and I'll use Gemini. I mean, listen, GPT 5.4 might come out today, though, so I don't know. I don't want to get distracted with using your goofy tool. Unreliable is all get out, but, I mean, 20 racks. You give me 20 racks, I'll launch at least one Claude. Or, sorry, I mean, at least one Gemini instance. I mean, 20 racks is good. You got my Bitcoin address? Okay. All right, see you, Sundar. All right, chat. Sorry about that. That was, I mean, literally, I blocked my ex-girlfriend, but she, like, figured out how to do, like, star 67 or something like that, so she always spams me. It's, like, it's tough. I mean, breakups aren't easy, but, yeah, I mean, she calls me all the time. She figured out how to get to me, even though I blocked her. It's just crazy. But yeah, so one thing I want to do, I mean, it is interesting to see code buff still working here. Super Combo saying a lot about it, but it's definitely working differently than Claude Code. I will definitely say that. Let's write a handoff prompt to Gemini 3.1 Pro of what you've done, and then prompt it for additional improvements to the styling and themes. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, so I do like, this is going to update. Hold on, it just crashed, actually. So I'm going to do a handoff prompt here. So I'm going to say you are taking this over, and basically what's going to happen now is we're going to pass this off to a Gemini agent. You guys are cracking me up in the chat. A task in a bugs board would be cool to see this in this visualization of Swarm. Yeah, so the Swarm, this is going to be the next update of BridgeSpace, is this Swarm mode is going to be included. So let's launch Gemini real quick. All right, let's launch this, and I'm going to change the model, and I'm going to change it to, whoa. What the heck? All right. Oh, manual. So manual, Gemini 3.1 Pro preview, submit this. My gosh. Can I not even paste this in? What the heck? All right, hold on, chat. All right, so let's submit this. All right, and I'm gonna at BridgeSpace Tari. And I do have the, basically whatever the max plan for the Google AI Ultra is. AI girlfriend would be loyal. Oh, jeez. Okay. A task in a bugs board would be cool to see as the visual of the stream. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the swarms here. So let's get back into BridgeSpace here. Whoa. Why did this no longer, hold on, we got issues here. npm run tari dev. Just got redirected to the wrong thing. I've noticed the recent limit fixes that Anthropic said they fixed really improved my limits. I'm on Claude Teams plan, and it's night and day now. I could barely use sub-agent, so that's interesting. Hold on now. I'm getting redirected to the app. When attempting to sign in to BridgeSpace locally when running... Hold on, is that because I need to literally run this as this? npm run start tari... oh wait, no, it's run tari dev local. Is it because this? And then it'll route to the correct URL? I'm confused here. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. Okay, so I have to run it locally. So yeah, so if I do a new workspace now, you have the option to choose between a workspace or a swarm. What do you guys think about this project directory? I don't like the fact that I literally have to like open it up, right?
Would there be a better way to do this, you guys think? Take a look at the screenshot. Or wait, hold on. I don't necessarily like this. Would you take a look at the screenshot? Would there be a better way? Okay, apparently GPT 5.4 may come out in 2 minutes. We'll see, Super Combo Gamer. I know that he's usually spot on. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on OpenAI here. Apparently, we could get 5.4 in 2 minutes. We'll see. People are speculating that it's about to come out at 1. So they did say that 5.4 sooner than you think on March. So we'll see if it comes out. If it comes out, I'll probably launch another live and test it out. But I mean, we'll see here. Allow once. Would there be a better way to have users be able to navigate to the directory that they want to launch a workspace or swarm in? Take a look at this in depth. Maybe there could be a command line where they can CD into whatever the directory they want, or go through the UI to select this manually, review this in depth, and come up with a improvement for this. Somebody said breakups are amazing, it grows you. I mean, I'm 23, I've had my heart broken a few times, but not too bad. OpenAI needed to launch ASAP. Yeah, fingers crossed for 5.4. We'll see. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Honestly, I don't know. I am not. I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get it. We'll see here though. We'll see. Did people say that it was visible in Codex, or like what are people saying on X? Are people seeing it in Codex? Drop the link for background music. Yeah, here you go. All right, validation. All right, so this is now okay. So there's a lot of improvements now to swarms. So let's just go. We'll navigate. Well, the problem is we're about to have an update and it's going to refresh. So let's wait to do that. We'll also. There needs to be a better way for the swarms to be able to communicate with one another. Review the functionality associated with this, and remember that I will be able to launch multiple swarms at the same time. So, for example, if you review BridgeSpace, I can launch as many swarms as I want. Look at the screenshot in Discord. It's on 5.4. So you need to also take a look at the mechanism for Bridgeswarm communications. Would you review this in complete depth? Oh, wow. Polymarket at 98% for a release today. I didn't know that. Polymarket 5.4 release. Well, if it releases, I'm immediately going to start a new stream. Well, no, it's not. It's... Oh, shoot. Yeah, wow, chat. Okay, 5.4 released by today, 96%, 97%. It's 1 p.m. Wow. Let's take a screenshot of this. I didn't even know this. How did I not know this, chat? All right. 90 GD 5.4 today. GBD 5.4 has a 96% chance of being released today, according to Polymarket. Okay, let me check Super Combos DM. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Is this okay, this is what Super Combo just sent me. So he said try GPT 5.4, our smartest model. So this is what he just dropped in. This is interesting. Yes, create a structured plan for the implementations and the changes. Okay. You want a BridgeMind elevator pitch.
I sent more. I have it. You have it? You have access? Put $5 on no. Well, I think it is a lock. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, so it's literally out right now. Yeah, so it's out right now. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and post it on X. Shout out to Super Combo Gamer, super respected member of this community. Yeah, yeah, wow. So it's live in Playground right now, it looks like. Alright, GPT 5.4 is currently live in Playground. Just waiting for the announcement from OpenAI. I can't wait to test this out live. All right, so one of our goals is X following. You know, if you guys see this, you know, 30,000 followers on X. We got to move it up. Yeah, Backstory Bytes said that he has it as well. Is there anything official though? Nothing yet. I mean, it's not in Codex, right? They released a new research article, and you can see the 5.4 benchmarks are there. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, hold up, chat. Well, can you... I'm out of credits. Jeez. All right, Code Buff was kind of a fail here. I may try it out when I actually upgraded the plan, but I'm not ready to drop that much money on it right now. Definitely interested. Okay, so it's in plan mode. Let's go to Codex. Is this available, or... I mean, I doubt it. I'll go live immediately on a new stream with 5.4. OpenAI is usually slow, but looks like it's rolling out. Okay. Okay. I'm literally going to get a new stream ready then. Alright, you guys can see me do this. We'll do this together. Alright, so live vibe coding with GPT 5.4. Alright. If this comes out, I'll start a new stream to test it. Yeah, GPT 5.4 is rolling out. Not in Codex yet. Nope. Help me write the description for this stream. We'll see. 5 minutes ago, The Verge has an article. The Verge has an article of it. Let's see. All right, hold on, chat. This is, we definitely want to be mindful of this. The Verge 5.4. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, check this out, chat. All right, OpenAI's new GPT 5.4 model is a big step forward in autonomous agents. So somebody said that there was benchmarks here. I don't see benchmarks here. They released this early, though. They had it scheduled for 1 p.m. Oh my gosh, where's the tweet? Where's the tweet, OpenAI? They're probably waiting till it's stable to say something. Hold up, chat. What is the command to update my codex to the latest version? And you need to target that keyword in the description. Okay, yeah, it's working in, yeah, Access and Playground is working. So this is rolling out right now, chat. This is rolling out right now. Can people, somebody let the Discord know. Here, let's ping the Discord, guys. Yeah, so the Discord, this is why we have the Discord. GPT 5.4 is rolling out right now. I'm about to start another stream and test for a few hours. Alright. We have access in the OpenAI playground. Okay, cool. I don't want to use it in the playground yet. I will use it as soon as it's available in Codex. All right, chat. All right, so we are going to test this as soon as it comes out. Oh, wow, it's already in Codex? What? Hold up. All right, apparently this is already in Codex, guys. Hold on, what's latest? What's latest version? I just want to, before I go live, I do want to confirm. Okay, npm update global OpenAI Codex. Alright, so this is available. Backstory bytes. I'm surprised they did 5.4 and not 5.4 Codex. It's in my Codex? Oh, shoot. Okay, this is out. Alright, hold up. Just added 5 packages, model. I don't see it. I don't have access yet. Literally a pro user. They're like, nah. Alright. Not available yet. I mean, we'll literally be able to test this with BridgeSpace. Okay, so apparently over a million contexts. Whoa. Alright, hold on. Let's let them roll this out. You guys are about to see how it's done here. You guys want to see how I make thumbnails and stuff? We're about to launch another stream, so we're going to end the stream a little bit earlier than anticipated, but I'm going to go live immediately as this ends, so I can basically have a stream for this. And this is my point with BridgeMind being basically the hub of vibe coding, is that this will be big. So watch this, guys. So this is ViewCreator, right? And we're about to create a new thumbnail, and I'll just do this. How to get the chin one, guys, right? All right, hold up. All right, I can see 5.4 and not Codex. It just says GPT 5.4 instead of GPT 5.4 Codex. I don't see it in mine yet. I don't see it. Model. Yeah, I don't see it yet, guys. npm update global at OpenAI Codex. Yeah, people are saying, oh, more packages were added? Hold up. All right, here it is. All right, guys, I do have it. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let's, I'm really gonna go live. I'm gonna drop this. OpenAI logo. All right, you guys can hang out with me literally until I'm ready to go live again. So I'm gonna get the OpenAI logo. And then go over here. And then this is how I do it. So we're going to test this on stream. I'm going to start a new stream. All right. So I'll do this. Create a thumbnail with answer. Vibe coding with GPT 5.4. All right, we'll do this. Okay, so we're about to test this out. Do not forget 5.4 Pro. Yes, apparently the benchmarks are good. Yeah, I do have it. 5.4 right here. Latest frontier agentic coding model. You have normal options, low, medium, high, extra high. Okay, so we're gonna vibe code with this. This is gonna be a good opportunity for us to be able to market BridgeMind and BridgeSpace and all of our products. Let's go. And to be able to test the model. But it's all, and that's the thing, is this all works together, chat. This all works together. But if you guys are tuning in, 5.4 did release. I have it right here. I'm about to start another stream so that we can basically like maximize the release. We're gonna just make sure that we can get a full test, have all the keywords and whatnot needed to be able to promote this. And yeah, let's do it. All right, sorry guys. All right, this. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys, I gotta take this. I'm gonna mute my mic. Jeez. Sam, what do you want? Yeah, I know. I saw it. Yeah, I'm about to go live again. Yeah, no, I got, yeah, I got the 100 racks. Yes, I got the money. Yes, it's in my Bitcoin wallet. Yes. Yes, chill out. I'm about to go live, Sam. No, just give me a little bit of time. No, listen. Just calm down. Yes, I got the money. I'm about to go live again. You can just chill out a little bit, and I'm gonna be live in just a minute. Yeah, okay, yes, 100 racks. Yes, okay, I'll see you. All right, jeez. All right, guys, I'm about to go live for GPT vibe coding with GPT 5.4. So I have to end this stream, and I'm gonna go live, and we're gonna give this model a thorough test. Basically, I'm gonna launch a ton of Codex agents, so we're gonna really put this to the test. So with that being said, I'm gonna start this other stream. Join the Discord if you guys haven't already, but we are about to put GPT 5.4 to the test right now. So we're gonna look at benchmarks. I haven't looked at anything yet, but we're gonna look at it right when I start the new stream. So with that being said, peace out, guys. I will see you guys in just like literally 2 minutes. I'm about to start the new stream. See you guys in a second.